And we on? I think we on. I think we on. What up? What up? What up? It's your boy, Red Milwaukee 414, man. And we back. Damn, y'all. We back.
Ah,
We back. I ain't gonna say this is a new season because we don't do seasons over here. We don't do all that. We just come on and we talk. We don't do all that, but it's your boy, Red Milwaukee 414, man, CEO of Sneakers Color Line, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. First of all, foremost. Man, tonight we have a special one. As y'all can see, we have an extended roster because StreamYard lets you have an extended roster these days.
Yes.
So but first things first, man, we got the queen, we got the queen. Go ahead, queen. Go ahead.
man, what's up, man? It's your girl Q the Queen. Blessed and highly favored, and glad to see everybody. And just out here, man. And full disclaimer, I do have the game right here in front of me as well. So if it appears that I'm not listening, I'm not.
The disrespect. The disrespect and the honesty.
Heard you.
Royalty has spoken.
Right.
As long as it ain't Animal Crossing.
Oh my god.
Lord.
No.
BX, go ahead.
Basketball.
Yeah, we back. Like he said, BX _ raise _. Hey, it's a pleasure to be here with the mature kids, and
I love that name too.
and everybody else on the panel. But like you said, if it looks like I'm not paying attention, I am, but the game is on right there. So
That means he's not.
I got my questions though. I got my questions.
Y'all see the pen. Y'all see the pen.
BX got his pocket protector out.
The Daily
That looks
Bugle.
like a trash can too.
And
Pen.
and most definitely we have our special guest in the building, man. I guess ladies first as usual. So the mature kids. I don't know who wants to start, but I'll let y'all go ahead and kick it off.
I guess we could do our usual order. Hella me and then Danny.
I am hella laced.
It's your favorite customizer, Word Customs.
Danny, aka Caramel Wonder, Tada Sock Queen, aka Tech Bay, in the building.
AKA what?
Tech Bay. You don't see my stories?
Tech support.
Yeah.
You don't pay attention.
If you can't change your input, call her.
Mr.
You don't know. Listen, he don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Rep is a true blonde. He a blonde.
Hey,
You serious?
Hey,
You know what y'all talking about?
I'm like Lil Wayne out here, man. I stay in my own bubble. I'll let y'all have that. Mr. Unloved One, go ahead, bro.
Mr. Unloved Ones. Like it's been a while since I've introduced myself. I'm not a sneakerhead. I just am a sneaker enthusiast. I love everything about Jordans and history. And I try to mix it with mental health. So that's what the whole Unloved One thing kind of blends in together. So
Word.
Dope.
So let's go ahead and get into it, man. First things first, once again, I appreciate everybody coming through tonight. We took a break last week. Your boy needed to. It is what it is. Deal with it. So man, I guess we can get into it. First of all, this is for everybody. As far as a special guest, how did y'all get into sneakers? Like what was the first joint? What really got you into? Man, I really love sneakers, and I guess we probably can start with Hella actually because she's the first one on the left.
It was my grandpa actually, and he had this bench that he sat and he had right next to his door, his front door. And every time we would go into his house, he would sit down, take off his shoes, clean them, and then put them right back in the little shoe rack. And I was like, why would you clean your shoes every time you wear them? And he was like, a man always cleans his shoes. Now, when you have as many shoes as most of us have, it doesn't really matter if you clean them or not because they're not getting that dirty. But
Yeah.
my love of shoes came from my grandfather, and my father actually has a love for shoes too, so he lives vicariously through his daughter who has an addiction to shoes. But the first pair of shoes that made me fall in love was the Chutney Low 13s. When I was in elementary school, my best friend got them. And that's the first shoe I remember being like, I have to have it. I never got it. Even when it released, I just saw it and I was like, ew, what was I thinking? But that's pretty much my story.
Word. What was the first one you picked up though?
With my own money was the Cherry 12s.
Okay.
Nice.
Dope. Word.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody knows by now, but I mean, basically, for like most people, it came from athletics. I was playing basketball since I was 5. My grandfather was a coach, so sneakers kind of started there, just being a way to get like my mom was a single mom, so the only way for me to get like the high end sneakers was through basketball. It was the only time she was spending $100 or more on sneakers. Otherwise, I mean, she kept us in Nikes, but it wasn't gonna be not no J's or no crazy price item. Also, besides basketball, like in like middle school, high school, I was super into like the whole X Games, skating world, Tony Hawk, all that. So I really started with dunks. Like I didn't buy my first pair of Jordans myself till like 2006 actually. So it was all like dunks and stuff like that for me. But the one sneaker that hit hard for me was the Flint 13s. I wanted that shoe so bad, and my grandmother promised to get it for me for my birthday, and she messed around and got the Jumpman 23 version, and it was a disaster. So I wasn't able to get my hands on that shoe until 2010. You know what I'm saying? That's my ultimate grail. But luckily on that last release, I picked up 2 more pairs, so now I have 3. So I'm chilling.
Okay. So it wasn't a Jordan first that really got you. It more so was a SB.
Right.
Or a dunk. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, just because the dunks came in so many colors. Like anybody who I feel like either you're on the athletic side or the side where you want to get fly, so to say. And just all the different colorways of the dunks was always like appealing to me.
Yeah, I can get with that. Danny.
I've probably been into sneakers pretty much all my life. I was a tomboy. I have a brother from the same mom. I do have other siblings. We have the same father, but different moms. But me and my brother, we were inseparable. We ran the streets, ripped and run. I climbed fences, trees, whatever, you name it. So I was always into sneakers. I wasn't a girly girl, although my hair and my nails was always done. Had on the bamboo earrings, but on my feet was always some sneakers.
You have at least 2 pairs though?
Yes. I did run track. Yes, I was a fluffy girl running track, so I always had sneakers on my feet. I was on the pep squad. I did play volleyball. So I was always pretty much into sneakers. My mother, she didn't really buy us many Jordans, but we pretty much got like all the LA Lights, the Reebok pumps. We was running through that phase back then. And probably, like your Air Force Ones, your white on white, black on blacks. Everybody had those, a clean pair of those somewhere in they arsenal of shoes. Heavy into collecting probably was when I met Word. I had a better job then because I was a single mom, so I worked jobs where I didn't make as much money, so I would get sneakers here and there. But once I ran into Word, and I was like, yo, there's like a whole nother girl that likes sneakers as much as I do, and then it kind of just was a pick me up from there. I just started getting heavy into it, copping sneakers. She was helping me get sneakers because I wasn't, my ear wasn't to the streets on always having the release dates down and stuff like that. Okay. And then it just grew into this madness behind me.
I created a monster.
Yes. My favorite shoe of all time is the Playoff 11 because it's a red bottom. It's my version of a red bottom because I wasn't wearing them shoes that you can wear for 2.3 nanoseconds because they killed your feet just to be cute. I wanted to be comfortable but cute.
Right. Dope. And then Ken, what's good, bro? What about you?
My mother. Believe it or not, my mother shares the same birthday as MJ. So
oh, wow.
February 17th,
that's crazy.
1963.
Wait, which MJ?
Jordan. So I couldn't escape Jordans if I wanted to. First pair that I got myself would probably be in 2007-ish, around that time. I had the patent leather Chicago's. The Chicago's are my favorite pair because that was one of the first pairs that I got, along with Cardinal 7s, and I want to say it was like a pair of 10s. This is like when I was little, so I don't remember exactly which pairs, but I also blame my cousins because my cousins are all from New York and they only know one thing, and that's to stay fresh. Can't have nothing. You can't be walking around looking like a
Nope.
So they kept me laced. My bigger sister, she kept me laced, and but yeah, once I got older and got grown, I've had 3 collections and I've sold 3 whole collections because I wanted other things at that time. And when I say collections, the first collection I sold off was probably like 600 or 700 pairs that I had, and I got rid of that to get a car and an apartment.
Nice.
The second time I got rid of my collection was to buy an engagement ring for my wife.
Oh.
And that was
Stop
before
giving ideas out here.
So this collection that I have now is all Jordan 1s. It started in 2011 when I got back from my last deployment, and it was a promise to my wife that I was only going to stick with one silhouette, one shoe, and once I finished collecting everything, I'd be done. So thank God the Jordan brand for not finishing that whole 85 run. Because until they finish it, I can keep going. But that's where I'm at now. I got my name because a lot of the pairs that I was collecting at the time, people hated. Well documented. A lot of people really didn't care about Jordan 1s at the time. And it was like, yo, you love picking up all those unloved ones, right? Like you just can't get something that people like. And I'm like, nah. And I stuck with that. Like I changed my Instagram name then and there because I used to go by Avi. Yeah. I changed it then and there because it was like, that works. It's not a gimmick. All the shoes that I like are not loved, and just ran from there. The double entendre with it was, of course, for mental health and everything else that I try to chronicle or go into weekly whenever I talk to people. But that's been my obsession with Jordan 1s, and because of it, I've amassed 70 plus pairs of just Jordan 1s.
Wow.
Dope.
It would have been larger, but I gave away a lot of pairs over the years because I didn't wear them enough, and I always get to that point where I'm like, all right, if I haven't wore this pair in like 3-4 months, somebody else will. So,
dope, real dope. Well, most definitely, man. I guess we can get into it. Any new pickups? Let's first get into that. Y'all got any new pickups? What we doing here?
Y'all might as well go to sleep. Word got all the shoes.
First of all, I feel judged and attacked. I only have 5 pickups. Thank you.
Only?
No, that's right there. That's next to her.
Only
we're
have 2.
talking about like within the week, not within the quarantine. All right, mind your business.
Q, you got anything? What you got, Q? You got anything?
Just the one I told y'all earlier, the Media Day 7th.
Media Day 7s. Okay, you got them in front of you, or you got them in the other room or something?
They're not in here. They're in another room. Yeah.
Okay, everybody's seen them. Everybody's seen them.
I didn't even think to bring them in here. Yeah.
It's all good, Q. Everybody's seen them. It ain't no big deal. Plus, you saving BX life tonight, so it's all good. BX, what you got?
Only had 2 pickups lately. I had the denim camel joints, MX 90s.
I know a lot of people was hating on them.
And then
I don't know why.
Yeah, I think they clean. Yeah.
Are those sparkly?
No.
Nah, not at
I
all.
think it's just materials, right?
That was a real question.
Like a crop. Looks like a crop.
It got that that Joker 3s vibe to it.
Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Are you gonna get a black pair?
All this right here is pony hair.
Yeah, that
Oh,
and in the back
I didn't even
too.
know that was pony hair.
And on this side too. Pony
Yep.
hair.
I see you, BX. You starting your Hermes collection off strong, huh?
Right.
I have a
Trying to be
few, but
diverse.
these are my latest pickups.
Okay. Yep.
Let's go, Hella.
Didn't you tell me like a few months ago that you didn't have any?
No,
Okay.
That was when he was battling. He ain't had nothing like that.
I didn't have
A few months ago.
no, I didn't have any sneakers that represented New York. That's the one.
Oh, okay.
But I
BX
fixed
Rays with no New York
He
sneakers.
said he fixed that.
that.
Trash.
Either way, I'm with it. I love that. Cool.
Hello, what you got?
If you didn't know, now you know. I am the 12s queen. I love 12s. I get them no matter what. A lot of people didn't like this pair, but I don't know what material this is, but word says it's baby lamb ass. So I'm gonna go with it. It's soft
It's
as
bad
butter.
soft.
It's so soft. A lot of people were asking like, what is it gonna fade or whatever? I don't know. The card in the box says it's gonna fade. I'm not gonna rush it, but got that one.
My worry is it going to come off on your pants?
I don't think so.
That's a good question.
Very
They
good.
said so from most of the reviews and the people that I asked up there, it's gonna wear like jeans. As far as like how it's gonna fade, it's gonna take a long time to fade. And as
Yeah.
far as it rubbing off on jeans, please don't put any collars near it. That's all I advise.
Makes sense.
I wear skinny jeans though, so I cuff my pants, so it shouldn't be a problem. But these are nice.
Summer
And
shoe
then I got
only.
these, a little bit late, but shout out to Drama, the manager, for grabbing these for me. And then Word and Danny hit on the flints for me. They hit on them when they came out, but they just sent them. So thank you guys.
Shoe of the year right there.
Wow.
What we doing? Are we coming back to Word? Or what we doing?
Oh,
What we doing?
Oh, I mean, I ain't getting nothing recently. I got the threes coming in the mail. Shell
The
Kick
laser
Girl,
orange. Yeah.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
she hit on she grabbed them over there in Australia for me, so they're still on their way in the mail.
Nice.
And I haven't hit on anything like recently. I have shoes from quarantine pickups, but nothing recently other than those.
Okay. Word?
I guess
What we
that's all
doing?
me. Yeah. Had to get the classic Iversons.
Oh.
These things, like if you don't have a pair of these in your collection, like now I got to go find the Iverson jersey, like a classic one.
Oh
Now
man.
you know I don't have that in my collection.
You think hey, Word, you think I wasn't looking for the blue one yesterday when I was at the outlet? Oh,
Right.
But that's the one, that red suede toe, that red
Man.
suede, he actually wore them joints. I got the
Yeah.
pearlized one, but not that suede. That
Yeah.
suede is the one.
So clean. I think so slept on because I see them everywhere still. But I mean, so like hell, I also got the 12, so I'll need to show them again. I mean, I got the denim 3 joints. I feel like I want to like maybe get the Japan pair because like
I want
that
the Japan
I saw,
pair.
yeah, like that pair is pretty fire. But this is dope. I love like this is like a inspiration for like more customs. The fact that it has like the clear Jumpman and it has the Nike Air.
Yeah.
Like if I could get my back tab guy to start making clear ones, oh definitely. Please believe it's gonna be a custom wave. Finally, got my shoe, the Brazils. I got all I need is the Champ Dunks now.
Did you wear those today?
No, I didn't, but I brought them out because I have on the shirt. Like I made this shirt because I wanted it to match with the Champ Dunks.
Yeah.
I mean the Brazil Dunks Danny hit for me on Nordstrom's, and then they canceled the order.
Oh,
So for that, so I was like, I'm not putting the shirt out if I don't got the pair. So now
I
that I
tweeted
have the
them.
pair,
I was going back and forth with them. I was like, don't
Then-
come for me, y'all
yeah,
ratchet.
and then finally,
he was actually getting a response back from him too.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
she
That's
always
crazy.
gets responses from people somehow. The only person in the world who gets a response from
crazy.
everybody. And then during the quarantine, Nike's been doing a lot of IDs. So I haven't shown these yet. I made a bunch when they did the Air Force Ones with like the suede material and the snakeskin.
Oh, you actually did that? Okay, go ahead.
Me and Danny did a bunch. Like Danny had like 50 different pairs she made in the app, and I did a couple. And I started going on a whole SB wave. So probably one of my favorite pair of SBs is the When Pigs Fly, and I can never get my hands on them. So I made a When Pigs Fly inspired. So it's all pink suede. You know, I'm gonna the swoosh they had gray, but it's a metallic silver. So I'm gonna paint over it metallic silver. You know what I'm saying? It has a purple back tab, so I made the words on the back purple, gum bottom.
That's nice.
That's dope.
I like that. That's real nice.
Super clean.
That's all I got.
Nice.
Okay. Ken, what you got? You got anything?
Recently, shout out to Herschel23 for hooking me up
Nice.
with the Japan codes. Outside of that, every Jordan 1 that's came out this year, either my son, my daughter, or my wife has it. I don't think I missed anything minus the Royal Toes. Those are the only pair that did not make it to the house.
Okay.
Everything else did. Shout out to Jordan Brand again. Like, I have a lot of stuff just
Wow.
a lot of stuff just sitting here quarantine wise. I couldn't wear a lot of this stuff. Lace it up and go to the grocery store.
Right.
Exactly.
That's about it. Shout out to Malcolm Garrett. It's another pair that they sent me. I couldn't deal with how they looked on their own, so I sent these to Malcolm to get customized. And he sent them right back. This was like a 3-day thing. Like, I literally sent them the day I got it. He did something to it and sent it right back. I was like, "Damn, dude, did you?"
Wow.
I don't think that guy sleeps.
Good looking.
Like I follow him, and that guy is like a workhorse for real. Like I guess I need to get on his vegan wave.
That's the homie. And my favorite pair until my next pair gets here either tomorrow or what's today? Today's Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Okay, so that pair won't be here until like Thursday or Friday. But this is my favorite pair of the year. Court purples, and only because it's a purple Chicago. I mean, Chicago's are my favorite. Purple is like one of my favorite colors. And
how do you feel about people sanding them and making them suede looking? Have you seen that?
I think it's funny. I think the sanding is funny. The aging is funny because it's like 2 years ago when a few of my homies was doing it, they were clowning it. Like, why would you do that? Oh, that's ugly. This, that, and the third. And then they do it to a shoe. I get it. You do it to a shoe that people like, and it sways them over. So I'm not mad at it, but I just find it funny. Like, it's not a new trend, and nothing is really new under the sun. So I can't get upset. It's just it's funny to me.
Yeah.
Cause what you gonna do with all these vintage looking kicks? Cause you can't reverse it.
Right.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I've definitely been getting a lot of agent requests, and I'm like, yo, a minute ago you guys were laughing about people with yellow soles. Now you want your stuff yellow. I don't understand.
I mean, before I show my pickups, I mean, you kicked it off with the what was it? We was in DC. You had it before DC though, right? The Chicago,
the LA to Chicago.
The LA to Chicago joints.
Oh yeah, the custom joints.
Yeah, that custom is still one of the illest customs I ever seen. Most definitely for 2019.
So I got a story about that. So when she originally did that and I reposted it, the music in the background got me flagged and had my account shut down for a whole day.
Wow.
I couldn't get back into my
ruining life.
So when I finally got back in, it was like, okay, this video is banned in countries because of music, whatnot. And I was like, is it still on my page? I couldn't figure it out if it was still on my page or not. So I tried to repost it with no sound in it so it didn't get flagged. But I was upset about that because it was a whole day lost that I couldn't do anything on Instagram.
That's
crazy.
But it was a dope customer. It was dope. Like, that caught my eye as soon as I seen it. Like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, like when I did it, I never thought it would be as big. Like, it's like I said, it's always the most quote unquote simple custom that I never think is gonna go so viral. And I really thought people were gonna hate it because, you know, either you love MJ and hate LeBron or vice versa. There's not many people who you know, feel like there can be more than one GOAT. And like, I'm a person obviously came from the era of MJ, but I'm also a big LeBron fan. So when I did it, some people were like, oh, that's blasphemy. Why would you do that? And And LeBron ain't even been on the Lakers that long, but I'm just like, it fits. They're both 23 and he went to the Lakers. It's the perfect shoe.
I'm minding my business, eating watermelon.
It's to me,
Mind your business.
I tell people to grow up whenever they hit my comments with stuff like that. Like,
Right.
did you pay for it?
That part.
Right.
That's it. But yeah,
But
like, yeah.
the biggest thing about that custom and a lot of your customs is the attention to detail and how clean everything looks. Whenever you can do something like that and then give a presentation with it, it's gonna go. It's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got these two, the detail monitors over here, who always tell me, like, oh, no, that's not clean. Clean that up.
Whoa. All right, well, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, everybody showed my new pickups, to be honest with you, man. Like, I got the red toe joints. I had to have these. I got these a couple days early from one of the homies in Louisiana. So he hooked me up with these. And
Nice.
then these, if y'all seen my story, man, I finally got my Cameron questions that came 2 months. Came 2 months later.
That's how I get
2
started.
months later from, I'm not saying their name. Y'all know what that is. 2 months later.
They had Cameron stitching them for you.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, man, for real. But I've been wanting these. I've been wanting these forever, man, and it's really hard to find my size. So luckily, like somebody finally posted these on StockX in my size 13, and I got these for a really good price. And the quality on these is crazy, man. Like, it's phenomenal. So the only ones that I need left out of this is the Jet Lifes, the currency questions. So that's the only one that I'm missing.
Mm-hmm.
And then BX, same thing, man. I got these on release. I didn't hit on sneakers. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Marcus is watching, but shout out to Polos and Jays. I posted, I guess you can say, an angry Instagram story.
Really?
Yeah, in fact, because I didn't hit on these, and I was like, I'm sick of this. And he sent me a link. He sent me a link to a sneaker boutique in Dallas, and they had a full size run.
Oh wow.
That's the same thing with me. I didn't hit on the sneakers app either. I got my pair from Extra Butter. They were just sitting there on Extra Butter.
Everybody always knows the Nike and Foot Locker and the regular foot sites, but there's so many other stores who have stuff like that are probably still on the site.
Yeah. Like, and it's really crazy. Like, these, I mean, BX showed it. The materials on these is crazy, man. Most definitely they could have charged more if they wanted to. In all honesty, these is crazy. So and then, man, I finally got these. I the core purples, man. So I got these. Kick Square actually did a post, and it was for Soul Seriousness, I think, or something like that, or whatever. But they did a post that they had these or whatever. So I instantly went on there and copped these, man. So that's it though for me.
I feel like in the beginning when those came out,
I do have one other pair that I picked up. I don't know if I showed it to you or not, but I did these Nike ID.
Oh, nice.
These are
is that purple?
No, this is navy blue.
Okay.
Oh, you got them Dallas Air Max 1s. Heard you.
Yes.
No, these are Yankee colorways.
I knew he was gonna say that. Yankees.
Okay.
You find
And
that
on
you're
the back,
I don't watch no baseball. I'm just messing with him.
That looked like Dallas to me, baby.
So
Heard you.
I think I think you showed that, but or you told me about it. You put your initials and your wife's initials on the back.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Look at it. All right.
Happy wife,
That's
happy
crazy.
life.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Shout out to BX and Mr. Unloved for giving ideas that we don't need in the air. Everybody about to be buying rings and shoes now.
My wife designed my logo, so like
But
she birthed everything that I do. A lot of the stuff that has happened with my page is because of her behind the scenes, helping out. Like she suggested that I get a couple of people to help out with the page. So like there are days where I'm not running the page. I have people that they have their own days on my page where they they post what they want to post as long as it's Jordan ones.
Right.
What's up?
So,
Teamwork
a
make
lot
the
of that
dream
stuff-
work.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So let's most definitely get into it. Q, I'm gonna need you to hook me up with some of that watermelon.
That's the end.
Right, look good as hell.
Hey, so I want to get into it with the mature kids. How did y'all? I mean, obviously, there's not a sneaker kind. I have not seen y'all together, obviously. But how did y'all actually come together and be like, yo, we should do a show? Like, how did that? Who came up with the idea? Hella, you came up with the idea, didn't you? Hella came up with the idea.
Yeah, somewhat. For the most part, yeah. So I had Sneaker Visionary with Rel from Nation of Soul, and we went on a break because I was taking a vacation to New York, and when I got back, it was, we were in a pandemic. Literally, the night I got back was the day that they did the whole shelter in place for the Bay Area, and Word, Danny, a couple of other people, we created a group chat and we were FaceTiming every day pretty much. And then I was telling Word and Danny, I was like, I'm supposed to go back and do Sneaker Visionary, but at the time there was a lot going on with female sneakerheads, and we just kind of felt like it was the right time to come out as a group of ladies and bring some positivity to the female sneakerhead community. And Word had always been pushing me and Danny to do a show because me and Danny are hilarious together. And then Babs was also in our group at the time. So, we had her come on because she's a big personality and we meshed well together. And that's pretty much how it came about. And, Word already had the Mature Kids clothing line. And so that when she brought up the name, we were like, okay, well, what are we going to call our show? And when I would post things on my story that I wanted to discuss, usually it was something petty, but I would be like, let's discuss. And so it kind of just all came together at once and it works. And yeah, now we're here.
Yep.
I just followed everybody back and followed everybody. That's what I was doing just now. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew. Trying to make sure I got everybody.
Hey, and most definitely, I didn't even say that yet, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all coming through tonight. Once again, as usual, we are broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, Twitter, whatever you want to say. So shout out to everybody on all three platforms. So the Mature Kids, obviously is the core is y'all three, and I mean, y'all get busy on Instagram anyway, like every night.
Yeah.
Like every night, like even before y'all started the show, like y'all was doing like late night. Well, y'all still do late night, like so. Like, so transitioning to YouTube, do y'all feel like it's been a like a big difference, or do y'all feel like, yo, this is just, we do this every night anyway, so like doing this show is like, is peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
I think basically our YouTube show is kind of the watered down version of our lives. Because in our lives, man, it's like we're all over the place. Like our lives, one minute we'd be talking about favorite candy, and the next minute it goes into something way off the charts. So with our YouTube is more structured, but I think it was just the thing that we would always discuss so many random things. And like I always say, like, people always think because everybody in this community is into sneakers, that automatically means we all have to be best friends, and that's not the case. If we just have sneakers in common, we're not really friends. And we would just get together and we would never really talk about sneakers. So, that's just basically where everything stems from. We talk about any and everything. Sneakers are probably the last thing we talk about.
Yeah, and then I met Word and Danny for the first time at SneakerCon Fort Lauderdale last year. Mm-hmm. And literally from the moment I met them, we sat down and all we were doing was talking in the restaurant. And then, we met up at all the other events. I stayed with them at SneakerCon as well. But it's like, we can literally talk about anything and everything, and it'll be hours and hours and hours, and we'll still find things to talk about. And so what me and Word like is we like when we have that interaction with our audience, because without them, literally our lives would be nothing. We would just be talking to each other like we were on FaceTime. And so I think the dynamic is really what gives the mature kids our niche, I guess you can say, because on YouTube, you don't really see female sneakerheads on YouTube. I mean, you know, there's Q the Queen, there's Feats, but I feel like we bring a different dynamic, and I think that's what people love about the people.
Speaking of Feats,
Feats.
hey,
What up?
and shout out to Feats, because like people might not believe, but I'm super shy and super socially awkward if I don't know you. So, you know, Feats encouraged me to get up on stage at SneakerCon like that. In DC, I had no plans of getting on stage when I gave AJ that shoe, and I got pushed on stage, and I'm so appreciative that I was, because it started a whole thing of me not minding being in front of the camera, and now you're stuck with me.
No.
You said you had met Word and Danny too, SneakerCon Fort Lauderdale. I also met Hella that same weekend in Fort Lauderdale. That's the first time she did my Sneaker Queens. And surprisingly, I didn't actually meet Word and Danny. Did I? I don't know. I feel like I've seen them in person before that, or either after. I probably met Word face to face, like had a real sit down when we had the all female panel at SneakerCon. In DC.
I think we've seen each other and known of each other, but never like linked up.
Yeah,
I knew Bree,
DC,
and I always saw you with Bree.
Yeah. But I just wanted to say shout out to you ladies, and I always wanted to push for more ladies on the tube. Before me, obviously Queen was here. I feel like before me, the only women notable was either like Queen or like the Breeze Kids girl who doesn't even do sneakers anymore. But other than that, I feel like there were no real women I could just go to on YouTube. And so I'm always pushing for more women on the tube. So shout out to you ladies.
Thank you.
Dope. And so another question that I have for y'all. Well, I'll start it off, man, with this question. So Danny actually, like she said, I don't know how long you've been doing socks, Danny, but she is the tie-dye sock queen.
Yes.
She is the tie-dye sock queen. And I noticed Danny started doing socks maybe like, and you can quote me if you've been doing it way longer than that, but I think I saw it maybe like 2 months ago, but it was this summer for sure. And you might have been doing it before then, but I really just started noticing it this summer. And I didn't even know you had an Instagram page for your brand itself until maybe like 48 hours ago. And I already had bought socks. So I really saw it from Danny really promoting her own self and branching out and doing her own thing. And everybody knows like I'm really big about being your own boss and working for yourself and, you know, being independent. So I most definitely had to support, you know, by buying a pair of socks. I mean they're dope. They're most definitely dope. I got my pair here. So most definitely, I really do appreciate these, Danny, man. And I paid full price. Like, don't get it twisted. I paid full price. I ain't tell her I was buying them. You know, I went on there and I paid my joint. And then after I paid it, I simply sent her a screenshot like, hey, you know, like I supported it and I bought, you know what I'm saying, a pair of socks. I just wanted to show you some love or whatever like that.
Rep, you look like you planning to wear some Lakers gear with that.
Hey, no. There's plenty other colors, you know, teams that I can do like the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Like Grambling State University.
I'll give you Grambling.
Hallelujah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking.
You see the gold, white, and the black. That's Grambling State colors. Yes, thank you. So that's what's gonna rock with that.
I had to confirm. I had to confirm now. I had to confirm.
Confirm all you want to. But most definitely, yeah, I got these from Danny. And if you guys have not yet, I most definitely let Danny talk about her company and all the good stuff like that. But I most definitely want to say on record and on camera, these is dope. I very much appreciate it, and the quality, the packaging, everything is phenomenal. So, Danny, you can go ahead and talk about You can go ahead and talk about how you got started if you want to, and where they can find you and all that good stuff.
Um, I got heavy into the sock thing probably during quarantine. Back in like 2013, me and Word were doing like the reverse tie-dye type t-shirts where we were bleaching the shirts and then throwing logos on them. We did that for a while and then it kind of just died down. So then the end of 2019 sometime, maybe no, probably mid 2019, I was like, I might want to try some socks because Word kept pushing me like, why don't you do some socks? Why don't you do some socks? So I grabbed a pair, a bunch of Nike socks, tie-dyed them, threw them out there, and I got like a good response from them. But I didn't follow through with them because when I was working at my job, I had like a really odd schedule. I was working like 2 to 10, 3 to 11 at night. It was literally like killing me. I was like, yo, I don't have any time to read, sleep, anything, and then come in here and do these socks. So then quarantine happened and my schedule got changed, so I got like a normal 8:30 to 5. On top of me working, I take classes at college online at night as well.
Okay.
So I was really stretching myself thin, but once I got the earlier shift, I was like, this is great. I'm at home working from home. I'm getting off at 5 o'clock. There's no commuting, so there's no time that's being wasted. I'm literally 3 feet from my desk. So I started ordering socks and just started tie-dyeing them. And I just started posting them in my stories. And I think Mr. Jones Kicks was probably like the first person uh, to DM me and was like, yo, I need all colors because he loves colors. That man loves to put colors on. So he pointed out, he sent me a screenshot of circled the ones that he wanted. At that time, I didn't have them on the site yet. So I was just sending people invoices from like PayPal or from Square. And then people started posting them and then I started getting more traction. Hella, she paid full price, she ordered her pair. Word even ordered her pair.
You
Like
paid
went on the
shipping.
site and ordered her pair. Um,
Y'all live in the
and
same damn house.
yes,
Yeah.
she wanted to show people that she's not asking for a discount; she's paying full price for them.
Got you.
Yeah.
And if
So
nobody wants to say it, Danny is the queen of this sock shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like as soon as Danny started picking up on the sock thing, that's when everybody and their mama started, oh, I gotta get my socks out. But it's like Danny
yeah,
represents the socks. Danny is the queen of the socks.
thank you.
Period.
And with the tie dye, it actually started earlier than that because
Yeah,
I think the first piece she did was the hoodie. I requested when those tie dye
Yes.
Chicago Air Force Ones. She made a hoodie to match that for my tie dye. So that was the first
Right.
thing I think you tie dyed.
Yeah, I was tie dyeing the shirts first, and then I got into the socks. BX was probably another one who ordered before I even had the site. He was like, "Yo, send me an invoice." I sent him an invoice. He paid for it, and then as people started posting them, other people was like, "Yo, where'd you get them from?" And people started tagging me in it, and then other people started hitting me up. I was like, "Yo," I was getting flooded with the DMs. I was like, "All right, I got to get these up on the site because I can't keep going back and forth in all of these DMs trying to figure out who wants what." So I started posting them on the site, and then the orders just started flowing in. I was literally waking up in the morning, working my 8 hours, getting off, coming downstairs to the first floor, prepping socks to dye them, and then just sending the orders out, and then so my turnaround time was maybe about that time 2 to 3 days. But then the orders just started stacking up. I was like, all right, I got to give myself a buffer because this takes time, especially when people are ordering large orders. Like I think Miss DMV Soul, she ordered 17 socks. Simply Butter ordered 10 socks at one time. I was like, yo, these big orders are gonna take me some time. So I was like, I went in onto the website and changed, my processing and shipping time to saying, maybe 5 to 7 business days to give the socks time to, because it's a process. I gotta soak the socks, gotta dye the socks, I gotta let the socks sit in the dye and cure, and then I gotta wash the socks and then package them. I was like, I don't want to give somebody, a sock that doesn't look right. So people were good with that. They were receptive to that. People were willing, to wait for me to get the stocks out. And then the orders just kept coming. Orders just kept coming. People are still ordering to this day as more and more people post their socks. I get new orders, and then I've been getting like a lot of people that are repeat orders. So I've been doing that. I still do the shirts. The shirts. I get the few orders here and there. I probably don't push the shirts as much as I should, because I push the socks more because I feel like people gravitate towards them more. I think it was because it was warm and everybody was trying to show their socks. Maybe that's why. Maybe once the weather starts getting little cool, and I do the hoodies and t-shirts, they'll probably gravitate towards that more. Thank you. So I just been it's been love all around. Like nobody's hit me asking me for a discount. People were just been going to the site and just paying the price that I asked. And I love that, because sometimes a small business always get hit in the head like, yo, you got a discount code, when people don't ask Nike or Fendi or Gucci or Louis. So why would you ask me? It's just a $10 pair of socks.
That's a fact.
And she's in a consignment shop. Shout out, she's in a store.
Yes. I do have stocks in the full size run store.
Oh wow, okay.
Monmouth Mall. So I do have I send socks to them, and then when people buy them, I get the payment at the end of the week for whatever socks that they sold.
Mm-hmm.
And Full Size Run ain't no slouch location, so
No.
that's a nice major accomplishment, people. If y'all don't know, about the location, you can Google it, you can get your social media on and find out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, most definitely, like I said, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys check out Danny's website. I put it in the comments so you guys can check it out. But if you guys need it, it is bydannynicole.com, which is BYDANINICOLE.com. Danny, hey, you the truth, man. Like, hey, shout out the Word for the creation of the labels and everything, the packaging. And we were just talking about this before we even, before we went live, man. Packaging is key. Presentation is very key, and everything about them, from the quality, the packaging, everything, Danny, you the truth. These are really dope. So most definitely, I already told you beforehand, I'm most definitely buying more. And they not even crazy price. So like, yo, just go support, please, y'all. Go support Danny. Her socks are crazy.
I think Q and BX, they got their socks prior to me doing the package changeover, so I think it's the generic packaging with the tie-dye sticker on it.
They got that friends and family.
That's a friends and family packaging.
Q did. She purchased maybe about 4 or 5 pairs of socks. She did a whole video review, and I thank her for that. She did a whole review on the socks and everything that she picked up from her friends during quarantine. She's definitely a supporter and a motivator. BX, he's always ordering stuff, or he probably has something one of everything that we probably have on our site.
I got this man's shoes in my house right now for another customer.
I don't know. On everybody.
What that what's that wait list looking like, Word?
Yeah, because somebody won a free custom and they ain't cash in on it.
Oh damn. Well, yes, that's me.
I want that custom. I want that custom. They ain't taking it. I want it.
I'm not yeah, that ain't really my steez, so I have to like give it actual thought. I don't
get a sorority joint.
There you go.
Maybe Michigan.
You know y'all like y'all gear.
Might do Michigan.
Nah, do sorority. You good. That was a good idea.
Yeah, this for everybody. I want to give a disclaimer. I'm broke till January 2020. I'm trying not to buy no sneakers, no nothing till January. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to try really, really hard because I really want to get my house and my Bronco. So I'm trying to not buy no sneakers, no going out, unless it's on these niggas' dime. Yeah. But no going out, no nothing until those goals are accomplished.
I'm gonna be watching your story, so you better not post nothing.
Hey,
all in your DMs.
And Danny will keep you accountable.
Hopefully, I just keep taking L's to just make it easier, so I don't have to buy anyway.
Well, adapt my practice. You know, at the end of the day, the shoes aren't going anywhere. You can get them later.
That's
I
a fact.
get them later. All the time.
In my size, they go pretty quick, and when they go, they cost. So if I don't go for them on retail, it's a done deal.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, baby feet.
I wear size 4. So if I don't get it retail, bitch, I ain't going back. It's gone.
Yeah,
I don't want to look at the StockX price. I'm good.
I'll think of another idea.
So word.
I'm gonna just cut all the cards up so I can't buy nothing. When I try to get the security code, I can't read it. You know, stuff like that. Because I don't know none of my cards. I don't know none of the cards by heart. So if I
you know all of that's linked to your PayPal. Quickly.
I don't put the PayPal on nothing. Good thing I don't put the PayPal on nothing because that quick checkout is a motherfucker.
Hey, Feet. So it's a few people in the comment section saying you lying like a mother.
I know. I'm going to try. The last thing I bought was them 3s and the blazers that they sold me early because they're not supposed to come out till I think this weekend, but they done sold me the blazers last week.
That sounds like excuses.
I'm not asking no questions. That's between Kids Foot Locker and corporate business. All I know is they sold me the shit early. I'm keeping it. But other than that, I think I am done unless it is Irresistible Sneakers.
So we'll see you on Saturday for the biohacks then.
Basically.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I just put Feet on mute. She lying to y'all. She lying to y'all. She lying to y'all people. This is Donald. This is the black female Donald Trump in y'all face right now. She lying to y'all. Do y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me?
She
is lying to y'all.
I swore I just saw
this
her.
This woman right here is lying to y'all. This woman right here is lying to y'all. She is lying to y'all, people. I can't believe her. You need more people.
You playing, Feet.
One thing, okay, after the biohack ones, okay, then that's it.
She just reneged in the first 5 minutes.
Exactly. He just reneged. So if she win that raffle, she better send it my way. I'll take the insole out.
Like, look, after the holiday 11s, I'm really done. That's it.
Right. Then she got a month to go to get her shit.
After the spring ones release, no more.
Hey, she gonna get them biohacks, and then a week later, hey, I'm telling y'all, after I get, and then I'm telling y'all after I get, I know I told yo, you sound like a recovering addict right now. I'm telling you, bro. Yo, let it go.
Anytime I want to.
This should be easy because you can't really wear anything anyway. This should be easy.
Thank you. Half of the stuff I can't even get anyway because becoming Mans, I'm knocked out anyway. So hopefully a lot of this stuff just dropping Mans so I don't even stand a chance. But after the biohack, I promise I'm not looking. I'm not keeping up with releases. Because if I keep up,
Feet, shut up. Feet, shut up. Feet.
This just sounds like a lie.
Stop.
It's suspect.
Stop. We
promise. Sometimes it's hard.
Nigga, you still at it. Stop.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes when I do hit, it's like I have to take it because I don't hit all the time. So the times I do, it's like,
even if you hit, it ain't even like you're gonna be like, oh well, I hit, I'm gonna buy it, but I'm just gonna resell it or whatever like that. No, you gonna keep that joint, you gonna rock that joint. Yo, let it go. Like you just
Did you sell
to? Nobody is a size 4.
I was about to say, did you sell those bait joints?
Nope.
Word, you don't know. I've worn them bitches like 10 times. You know I ain't.
Exactly.
everything.
Yo, and then on top of that, if she don't hit, she gonna call Rico. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing?
That part.
What are we
That
doing?
part.
What are we
I mean,
doing?
Exposed.
maybe you should just start being like super selective. Like decide
That's
what's your must have. Yeah.
Just,
I'm gonna
just-
just get. I'm gonna look at the end of the year calendar. I'm gonna just
Q, you're
look.
not helping. Q, you're not helping. You're not
No,
helping.
this is what I do.
I'm gonna just look at what's a must have. But then I always hit on the GRs.
look,
Okay.
just think
What's
rep
a girl
for the
to
feet
do?
Trump. Think rep for the feet Trump joint. Make a T-shirt, and then you can buy all the sneakers you want.
Danny, you gonna put that in production? It's a damn cute collab.
There we go. Everybody makes money.
Make feet great again. That's what it's
Make feet tell the truth again.
Feast, listen, we ain't about to spend 30 minutes of your lying now.
Hey,
You gotta make a
that's-
choice. You either buying or you're not buying, goddammit.
I'm gonna try
on.
not to buy. Can y'all keep me on my toes? I don't want to buy. That's the thing.
Respect the
I
word try.
don't want to buy. I need some people to hold me accountable. I don't want to buy.
You want to buy.
I
You don't
want to
need
get
to
my
buy.
Bronco.
hey.
They make Broncos?
Yes, I
Bronco?
want to get my Bronco truck. I
There's
don't
new
want
Broncos?
Wait, Bronco?
I didn't even know they still made them joints.
I
I
didn't
didn't
see
even-
the new Bronco, baby. OJ done made them step. They should have. That shit look like Wranglers now.
Let me see.
Why don't you just go? You know what? I'm not even finna go there. Word. Let's transition. Word.
Yeah.
So word. How long? Like your customs is crazy. Everybody knows your customs. First of all, I always say it. I've said it to you. Said this to you multiple times. I feel like you are one of the best customizers in the game. That's not the best female. No, like the best customizer. One of the best customizers in the game, and you haven't even been doing customs for that long. So before you actually got into customs, were you like dope with the pen as far as like, drawing, cartoons, whatever? Like how did you transition from, getting into customs?
Oh no, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible.
That looks like a Terminator. That looks like a Terminator.
It don't look like that. That's not it. You gotta see
Does
what
that-
the door
Does that come with the shotgun where the visor's supposed to be?
That come with the gun rack?
What?
It comes with not your ass beat. Know that.
What the
She
hell
chopped
you
it up
say?
because she chopped and screwed.
Keep
Yeah,
going.
No, I said
No, I said it come with you not getting your ass beat. I know that.
Yeah, so I've been, as long as I've been playing like sports, I've been drawing as well. Like when I was a kid, I was drawing. So yeah, it started off with like the pen, but I pretty much I felt like I can go through any medium. So it was pen and paper first, and then doing like little comic stuff. Then once I got into high school, I started getting into the computer aspect, doing like animation and graphic design. College, it got more into the graphic side. Like I said, I designed Danny's the packaging label. So like throughout my college time, it was more so like that was when like MySpace and Black Planet and all that stuff was popping. I was doing graphics. Then from there, it went into the 2000s. It went into T-shirts. Like
Wait,
I'm
you said MySpace? You said MySpace.
yeah, I was doing a MySpace
Oh, okay.
background,
Word,
and
word.
all that stuff.
Hey, she took it back.
Like I was
Okay,
probably
word.
one of the first people to jump on that wave. Like the whole back in the day thing, the whole like the bling type, like with the fonts with the light up, words, everything bright. Like I was doing people, like I would do pictures of people, like the collages for people's banners and stuff like that. So
basically, all the throwback concert T-shirts that you see out here right now is type.
Yeah, I was doing those as like banners. And
Okay.
so then, as much as I love art, I love music. So like music, like I feel like music and art go hand in hand. So
Facts.
I was always going to concerts. Once I got my first taste of the concert, like I was always there. And I always hated those shirts. Like I was just like, these shirts are so basic. They selling them for $40. It was crazy. So I started making my own, by hand painted custom shirts. And every concert I would get stopped like, hey, where'd you get that? Where are they selling that at? And I'm like, oh, nah, it's a 101. and people started wanting me to make shirts for them for concerts. So I had like literally the Kanye and Jay-Z tour. We went, me and my mom, and I made a shirt for me and my mom and one of my friends. And my mom sold her shirt off of her back for $80 because somebody wanted it that bad. So I was like, oh, there's a market for this. So I was like, all right. So I started getting into the shirts. But it wasn't really till I met Danny that she pushed me to get into sneakers. Like I had always been going to the Funk Flex car shows, and Mosh is I feel like Mosh is like the godfather of customs. He was probably the first person I ever seen doing sneakers, and he was always at the shows for the sneaker side of it. And he did the Rasheed Wallace Air Force Ones, and he was just doing crazy stuff. And I was just like, yo, this is super dope. And, from that point, Angelus came out and people were doing, like, YouTube started getting big and just having a place to find information on how to do it. So I think the first shoe I painted was actually my BC3s. I did a midsole repaint. And it came out clean. Like, it lasted for a good, 6 years before it started cracking. And I was like, oh, this might be a vibe. But I probably started doing Converse
That's
first.
longer than Jordan Brand.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because Jordan Brand does it real cheap. Like, honestly, if you have the money for it, as soon as you get your shoes, you send them to a customizer to, do a repaint before you wear them. Those things will last so much longer because, I use an adhesion promoter that makes the paint flexible. Like, if paint's not really flexible, so when you wear it, that midsole's gonna, spring, and it's what makes it crack. So you have to add some flexibility to it in order for it to hold up. So, I started there doing Converse, and then, thanks to Danny being Team Little Feet, back when Bay size wasn't $500, she would get shoes for like $25, $50 and would let me experiment on them because they were easier to replace, God forbid I messed up. So, I did a couple of things. I messed around with her 11 row Concourse.
All right, peace.
Are you out?
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you, sorry, but I gotta go put a little man to bed. The whole remote learning and all that is way past his bedtime. But he lucky it ain't really no big lessons tomorrow or Wednesdays. But I do gotta put him to bed. But I do appreciate everybody for being on tonight. Brett for having me. Shout out to Mature Kids. Make sure y'all subscribe, tune into the channel. Make sure y'all support Danny and the Socks. Make sure y'all support Word with the customs. And peace out. Hey, make sure y'all use code Feats and Treats when y'all on Sneakerhead Clothing Line website.
Yeah. Use that for that TLC shirt.
15% off.
Hey.
But yeah, so I did. Danny had a pair of Concord 11 lows, and she already had the original. So she's just like, oh, why don't you do something on there? And I ended up turning those into a green pair, which, as you can see, Jordan decided to put out the Easter 11s. Like, mind you, this is like 2015 that I did these.
Damn.
So, they waited a while, but I ain't forget. But like that, I was amazed. That was probably the first pair that I was amazed at myself. They looked so factory, and I just knew when she walked in them, they were gonna crack. And she was literally at Soul Exchange in Philly on the ground, crawling. She was doing photography with them and crawling, bending, and not a crack. And I was just like, oh, okay, I could really do this. So I think after that pair, that's when I got the confidence to start taking on orders from other people. Because I would never want to, take somebody's shoe. Like, people nowadays, like, they'll buy paint and think they're a customizer, and they'll mess up somebody's shoes with spray paint or house paint. Yeah, I did the top three. Like, that was my version of the top threes. I called them the top 3 ones. I called them the what the ones. And then, a few months later, the top threes came out. So it was crazy. Like, once Nike started picking up my stuff, I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is a thing.
I remember those.
Yeah, those to me remind me of the Eris 11s they put out, and those are rhinestones individually placed.
Really? Nice.
All of the patent leather.
Let you put those on like somebody like a Beyonce foot or something like that.
Right.
Or hey, what's is it Kylie? Because Kylie been wearing the SBs, and all of a sudden everybody loving SBs now. But I digress. So no, that's a fact though. You put some of those word on somebody, and they'll be like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
Jordan brand is innovative, and it'd be like, nah.
All you need is like one celebrity to get it popping.
Right.
Mhm.
And the crazy thing is I got like the ultimate, in my eyes, the ultimate celebrity. Like Fat Joe's son hit me up, to do a pair for him. And he was another person who was prominent in the sneaker world and at every Funk Flex show showing his collection. And he was adamant on, I think, MTV Cribs. He said he doesn't like customs. They're like fake shoes to him, and he would never rock a custom. And sure enough, his son got a custom made, and I'm just like, he ain't gonna post it or whatever. And he posted it. He wore them, and I was surprised. I did a custom pair of camo Yeezys, the 1.0s, and he wore them. So I was like, okay. Then I got hit up by D Wade, and I'm just like, okay, this could be a thing. But definitely, if you could get in that world, it's hard because like I said, I'm not a super social talker. So, it's the people who are like the car salesman with the gift of gab. They get in there with the right person and then they blow up. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like when you get to that level of having so many celebrities, a lot of them tend to forget about the people who got them there. And I'm like, I'm never going to put anybody above, because a lot of celebrities, they want free shoes. And I'm above, like my talent is above doing things for free. Like, sorry. Like, if I offer you, that's a different thing, but don't assume because you're who you are, I'm going to give you free when I have people who work every day hard for their money who will pay me full price. Like, I'm never going to put them above.
I have a question. So when this really pops off, like pops, right? Mm-hmm. What do you have in terms of, like, what's your plan? Like, do you want to do like a custom shop or anything? Or do you want to have like a team where perhaps you're the creative director, and then you trickle that down to like happen, or like?
I wouldn't mind having a team. I think, but the problem with me is I'm very anal and I'm very like OCD about things. So I'll mull over a custom sometimes forever. Then be like, yo, it's good. Like, leave it alone. Like, I'm like, nah, I don't think I like, and like half the times the customs that people love are ones that I feel like, oh, something wasn't all the way right there or whatever. So I'm my worst critic. But I went through the route. I was on the road, if anybody knows, of opening a store with a good friend of mine, or who was a good friend at the time. We're gonna open a boutique and have a custom shop inside, because like basically nobody's doing that. And it was perfect. We found a tattoo shop, so it had a glass case, and I would be in there working. You could see me working live, and it was gonna go that way. But I'm saying the business end didn't go right, so I had to step away. But I would love to partner with someone who has like the resale game on lock, and have like where they can handle that side, and all I have to worry about is the art. Because like look at Footage Society, they're doing cleanings. Like, it's a thing that it's becoming more popular now, customs and stuff, and even little changes like BX showed. Like, I'm getting the most requests for like this was the black toe mid. You know what I'm saying? I painted the toe white, and I put custom tag. This is for D Reynolds. It says D79. Like, you know what I'm saying, for him, I changed the Gym Reds into Chicago Lows. You know what I'm saying? So it's like simple stuff that people want that's not even crazy. Like, I think I was charging like 50 or 75 for this. Like, nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? I did the these were the all red joints. And I turned these into BC3s because it was cheaper to turn them into BC3s for the customer. This is also D Reynolds. You know what I'm saying? And then, shout out to E Money. I was trying to wait for him to get in there. Before we actually saw the pictures of these from Nike, he asked me to do this to the Flints. So it's just crazy. Like, I'm not, because I wasn't the first person to do this for sure, but somebody did it before Nike put it out.
Yeah, so, I already know E Money got a short set to go with those. So yo, dead. But yeah, like, I love doing the one-on-ones, but there's also like some, just some simple tweaks that can be something that just makes a shoe better. Like, just like, what Mr. Unloved did to his tie-dyes. Like, sometimes little things make it look more appealing, to you. Like, with Mr. Miller, I changed the crimsons. I painted it white instead of being, the black side panel. And I feel like it pops more. So, it's not always, crazy one-on-ones like my LA to Chicago's that are the biggest hit. Sometimes it's just little tweaks that people want done.
The mids that had the white heel on them, how many did you get of those?
Oh, bro. I mean, BX's just came in. That's like pair number 12.
You did a Presto for Mr. Miller too a couple years ago.
Yeah, that went crazy at SneakerCon Atlanta.
Yeah.
I did his off-white Prestos into a crazy neon camo.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the illest customs that I seen you do, which I told you in DC. Matter of fact, or was it Dallas? It was DC for sure. Yeah, it was DC for sure when I told you that. But man, what else you did? You did a Fear of God for him too, right?
Yeah, I did. So I turned his Black Fear of Gods into the Friends and Family Air Raid version or whatever, and they were so good. And when he wore them in Dallas SneakerCon, 2J stopped him like to buy them off his feet, thinking that they were the pair. And he's like, "Oh, nah, these are custom." And he's like, "Nah, no way." Like even 2J's, he's a fan of customs because I went to his opening when he did the Urban Necessities in New York. We went to the opening, and I had on my Biggie Dunks. And he was just like, "Oh, he's crazy," and I had him. He signed them, and took a video of him and everything.
So I had another question with that. So, like, do you ever find yourself conflicted, like when you go to events or any sort of outing, and you're trying to decide on either wearing a custom or wearing, like the retail release?
Hell no.
For the most part, it used to be that way, but after going to a couple shows, it's just like you're gonna see. Yeah, we always wear customs because it's good promotion, and you're gonna be the only one with it. Like you're gonna see everybody with the latest Yeezy on. You're gonna see everybody with the latest one, and then for the last few shows, everybody's Travis. Like, bro, if I saw another Travis 1 high in Dallas SneakerCon, I was gonna lose my mind.
I mean, I say that because I feel like I saw you in regular like retail stuff during events, so I figured. There may have been moments where you were kind of conflicted as to which one you should wear.
So now I do a swap. I always bring 2 pair. So I'll go in my customs, and then halfway through the show, I'll switch into something more regular, more low key. But like Dallas, I think the last Dallas SneakerCon was probably where it was like I almost felt like a celebrity. Like I literally couldn't walk through Dallas without being stopped because I had on the LA to Chicago's. People were filming my feet, and I saw people whispering. And like 2 kids came, they had to be like 19, 20, came up to me, and it was like, yo, are those the shoes from Complex? And I'm like, yeah, they're the shoes from Complex. And it was just like, I kind of wanted to be left alone, and I was like, is this what celebrities go through? Like, I just want to be regular. I just want to be regular at the show. Like, and everybody, like, Hella and Danny are like, oh, you famous. We can't even walk with you. You famous.
You win.
Like, nah. I was like,
it was me and Danny and then Word off on her own doing her little celebrity thing.
I think shout out to Danny and Hella in DC. They had to go to the bathroom for about an hour, and I was talking to Rhett doing an interview. Then I was talking to someone else, and they're just like, you know what, we out. Like, we can't wait for you.
Well, get used to it, damn it. Get used to it.
Yeah, that's a
we went to the
because
we
in
went
DC
to the
I had
Foot Locker. That's down the street from us at the local mall, and we in there. I don't know. He's picking up some shoe on release day. This was before the pandemic or whatever. And some dude, she didn't even have the shoes on her feet. Some dude was like, "Aren't you wearing customs? Didn't you do that shoe that was on Complex?" I'm just like, whatever.
Hey, but the crazy thing about it though, Word, is that Danny, you talking right now. But you next. You talking hella crazy right now. And it's gonna be you gonna get that one kid, that next kid, he gonna come, yo, ain't you Danny? I got some socks from you. I'm telling you, like when it happens, I want you to remember this right now because it's gonna happen. I promise you.
But she was before me. I think we went to our first sneaker show in Yonkers way back, and we was at the sneaker show, and somebody's like, "Oh, ain't you Caramel Wonder? I know them eyes anywhere." This was back when I used to make fun of her. She was always posting selfies, and she stopped because I made fun of her
because
so
she was
bad.
making fun of me.
Because everybody's like, "Oh, I know that. I know Caramel. I know that light skin anywhere." And I'm like,
them eyes.
fans. You got fans. But people be knowing her. She hyped. That's why she was hype baby before she came Tech Bay. She always had the feet heat. But it's like it's crazy because now wherever I go somewhere, they're like, "Oh, where's Danny?" Or vice versa. Like I guess we're a 2 for 1. Like I can't be anywhere without her, and vice versa. Like that's the first thing. Like, oh, where Danny at? Like,
well, most definitely it's a fact. If you have SneakerCon, you will see all three of these individuals together.
Yep.
All 3 of them.
We got to find a way to celebrate our Black female customizers.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, Sneaker Fan Dan is dope. I want to do a collab, like because I was saying I saw I can't remember all the customizers, but for a good cause, a lot of the male customizers, like who's old boy in Texas?
Nard.
No, not Nard. I would say the chubbier guy, but I can't think of his name. He does like big stuff like for companies and stuff. I can't think of his name.
My.
Right, I can't
He
think
lives
of his
in
name.
San Antonio.
Right.
And I got a brain fart just like that. I just freaking
Right. I
talked.
don't know
to
why
him.
I can't think of his
Jesus
name.
Christ.
We saw him. He was there in Texas last year. But they it was like 9 dudes and they did a shoe. Dank. Yeah. They did like everybody did a different piece of the shoe and did a collab as a giveaway. And I was like, that's dope. But I was like, none of those guys thought to hit up one female. You know what I'm saying? And there's females like what's her name? Khaleesi, the one who was doing the Monarchs.
Mhm.
She got picked up, I think, by Jordan Brand, and she was doing stuff for Westbrook. So there's females out here who were in the game, like for real, but no one hits us up like, hey, let's do a collab or anything like that. So I did want to get something started where we could do it. Then the pandemic happened. Not that it should stop it, but it would be nice to get a bunch of females together, like you said, the customizers, and do something.
Yeah.
That's why we need the compound, man. Got to plan in accordingly.
Tell everybody about the compound.
Hey, I know one thing that's actually be dope, and then we'll get into Hella too, and most definitely get into Ken. One thing that actually would be dope is, and it doesn't have to be SneakerCon, but if it was something like I don't want to say a convention or a conference or whatever like that, but if it was something that was very much female sneakerhead based, or that was focused, like even if it isn't like the whole thing, but like a segment or something like at an event or a conference or a convention. Once again, it doesn't have to be SneakerCon, but I'm just saying as an example,
Right.
if it was something like that, that would be something that would be very epic and dope. And like I always say, like it's just like going to the club, whatever. Don't no dude, and that's vice versa. Don't nobody want to go to the club and you just see a whole bunch of dudes in the club or whatever like that. And that's how SneakerCon is. Like, let's keep it funky. That's how SneakerCon is, But it's a lot of females that get busy when it comes to sneakers, and they they do it to the the best, So when you see females at SneakerCon or different sneaker events, half the time I'm in awe because I know a lot of y'all, whatever, but this was gradually throughout time.
Right.
I'm talking about when first going, like it was just like, yo, like it's a decent amount of females in here. This is crazy, man. Like, dang, she got those on her feet. Like you don't really. But for me, it's a little bit different. But I'm saying as far as events, but it's a little bit different for me because in the Midwest, me and Q talk about this all the time. I throughout my life had a million Qs, growing up, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, because like just like every guy would get busy, every female would get busy, whatever.
And that's urban life just in general. Like we grew up just wanting to be fresh. Like I said all the time, like we just wanted to be fresh. It wasn't about no sneakerhead stuff.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, shout out Her Souls 23. She runs the Fridays on my page. Every Friday on my page is strictly dedicated to women.
Okay.
Yeah, she shouted me out on your page before.
Yeah, and she hit me up before wanting to promote my customs and stuff when I was doing the chunky wave or whatever. But I mean, I think it came. Maybe there's like a lack of comfort for females because, like, let's say Tell It, she she just came out more recently and has gotten big. There's a lot of females coming forward now, but they've been doing this and they say that. So it's like, what is making females be so apprehensive about coming to the forefront? So obviously we have to make it a more comfortable environment for any female. Because, I mean, I think we all have been guilty of it, where we're like, oh, well, show us something from back in the day. You new to this. Like, it might just be the thing we're programmed to do. So if we make people more comfortable, they'll feel more comfortable coming forward and being like, hey, I like sneakers too. And there's a place for me to do this. But I think the next wave of sneaker shows would be like how Revolt does their conference. For there to be like, if we had one conference every year and did like a 4-day thing, imagine how big that would be. And they could have like a women's panel every day and custom workshops where people did that would be crazy and do it in like imagine we could do it in Oregon on the Nike campus. Like
Yeah.
that would be major.
Right.
So I feel like a sneakers head clothing line and 2J's and SneakerCon or somebody who could come together and start bringing that, getting sponsors and stuff like that. That'd be amazing.
Hey, well,
I mean, the market is open. I think the pandemic has opened the market, and I think that we have to start looking outside of SneakerCon anyway.
Because these companies like it. Like Dank has done stuff for liquor brands who want custom sneakers. Like there's people out there who don't understand it, and because even when we're at the malls waiting for sneakers, I don't know how many non-sneakerhead older people are like, what are you guys waiting for? And you're waiting for a shoe. Like, is it a free shoe? Like they ask us so many questions.
That's a fact. And then on top of that, there isn't a mall that you don't go to nowadays, and there isn't a line basically, with the pandemic, because only a certain amount of people can go in the store or whatever like that. So like, just think about it. Like, even if it wasn't the pandemic, before it was, like, we were standing outside, waiting in line, and folks are just, the attraction of it. But I don't understand why this has not happened yet, because it's a no-brainer. It's an alley-oop, because if you have something where women are incorporated in it, the guys are going to show up even more than what they are now.
Well, you got to remember the community component of all of this is fairly new.
Right.
So, that's something that, all of us love sneakers forever, but how long have we known there to be a community?
Yeah.
And I also think it's oversaturation, because SneakerCon does a lot of shows in a year if you think about it, and we all find ourselves having to like maybe pick 3 or 4 to go to. Unless you have a business, you can't really go to every show. So if they narrowed it down to even like twice a year and made it bigger, like a longer, like a whole weekend, people could plan like a vacation around this. And I even said, like, why doesn't somebody do like an annual like cookout vibe where people can bring their kids, because people's kids are starting to become sneakerheads, and just have like bouncy houses and giveaways for kids back to school and stuff like that, because some people are stuck not being able to come because they do have kids, or if you could bring your whole family to an event like this and make them understand. Like, our parents don't understand. My mom always says, you have 2 feet, what are you going to do with all these shoes?
Hey, well, most definitely, if you bring out a bounce house and my daughter gonna be No. I'm talking about, hey, you bring out the bounce house and my daughter gonna get in there. You finna take them off. Don't. I knew I should have bought your play shoes. Nah.
You gotta let that her go. I bought my niece a pair of the Independence Day 5s for her birthday. Before her party was over, they were toast. Hurt my heart. Hurt my heart.
No. Didn't I just buy you those? No, take them off. I knew I should have brought your play shoes. No.
But yeah, one of the reasons why I say, it could be important to look outside of SneakerCon is because, with SneakerCon, it's kind of on a mainstream pop culture type of way. They really grew that platform from bigger sneaker YouTubers. And that's why SneakerCon became bigger. It was always the smaller guy.
Yeah.
Me and Rep talk about this all the time. SneakerCon years ago used to be in gymnasiums.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But they use the, I guess you could say, clout and the popularity of a Kais, of a Tony D2 Wild, of a Bullet RC to grow it. And then it became this where the rich white kids take their mama's wallets and go to. we go to hang out.
That's a fact.
But essentially,
how many shoes? Not to cut you off, Q. I'm sorry. But how many shoes have any of y'all bought at SneakerCon? Let's keep it funky.
None.
I've bought
maybe one.
I bought one pair, and technically I didn't buy it from SneakerCon. So
I don't think I bought any shoes at a SneakerCon. I bought like shoes at a Soul Exchange.
Shoes, but I've never grabbed anything.
I got some keychains, some stickers.
Right.
And that's the crazy thing. I think I go there to discover smaller brands. Like, I bought there was a guy in DC who was him and his mom at the table, and I think me and Danny, we talked to them for like an hour, and I bought his shirt. He had like a Mighty Ducks shirt, and I was like, yo, I love that, like a throwback. And I bought it, and took his information, and I still follow him. I was shouting him out. like you can find a lot of the smaller brands there and everything like that. Cause like I love like, you know, like how Cube supports people. Like I love seeing other brands come out. Like it's not always just about, you know, like 8 and 9 is solidified. So you know they're gonna be there, they're gonna be selling stuff. But you know, some of these other smaller people who
Right.
can use this as a platform to get out there. You know, sometimes they get
Yeah,
stuck
way before the
in the
fame.
corner. Yeah, way before the fame and the homie Nick. Like
Yeah, I do the same thing. I most definitely when I've been at SneakerCon, I haven't bought a pair of sneakers, like I said, from a vendor at all, but I have found myself buying stuff from these independents, these smalls, these because I know they really hungry. They really like, and I know like for them doing SneakerCon, they probably doing it for their first time, or this is local for them. So for them for SneakerCon to come there, they probably been preparing for this all year. You know what I'm saying? So
and might not be making money with the table prices. Because if you're not a
exactly.
2Js, you might not be taking nothing home.
Exactly. You know,
Right.
so most definitely like I try to support the independents, you know, the different brands, the clothing lines, the different things like that. You're gonna see all these sneakers all the time or whatnot. And the majority of the time, don't nobody have no size 13 for me anyway. So
Right.
but
Right.
but these, you know, these different clothing brands, because I understand it, I get it, you know, whatever like that.
Right.
You know, so for me it's a little bit more personal. So
Mhm.
that's why I go up to these different, you know, these independents, and it's like, yo, I like what you got going on, blah blah blah. I like to hear their story. I like, because 9 times out of 10, they ready to tell their story. They ready to get it off their chest. They ready to be like, yo, this is my passion, this is my hunger, this is what I got into. This is why I'm doing this or whatever like that.
And that's kind of the punchline to my point, is to say, you know, the pandemic has opened the market, in my opinion, and I would like to see a group of people perhaps put something similar to like what you guys said, like the Revolt panel sort of thing, where it's, you know, it's workshops, it's a weekend full of just everything. It could be, you know, and it's a group of people that are for the culture too, right? So it's going to stay true to heart. You know, it's going to be about the merchandise, the clothing, the fashion component. It's going to be about the customizers and, you know, just appreciating the culture for real, not being some whitewash shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I remember in the earlier shows, I can't remember what show, Danny, remember we used to go to shows in New York. There was a show where you could actually get like a package where they had a package where you can showcase. So you can have like a 20-minute fashion show on their stage, or if you were like an up and coming rapper or singer, they would give you like 20 minutes to showcase your music for, you know, a package price. So like just think if SneakerCon gave everybody who bought a table like 5 minutes to get on stage and talk during the show, like so people can know, hey, we're located over there in the corner, you know, whatever, instead of just giving their favorites good retail space, then, you know, it would be a platform for people to grow, because people might not walk around the whole thing and know who's there. Or even if they had a map saying, hey, this is who we have here, you know, today, like this is the list of retailers we have.
That would actually make sense, and that would be really dope if they did do that, because if you think about other big name events like an agenda, different things like that, like they actually have
Complex Con does it.
Complex Con. You have an actual map of like.
Let me tell y'all something. When y'all go to a Complex Con, y'all are never gonna want to go to SneakerCon ever again.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. I wanted to go this year.
That's true.
It's another level. Like
Q said she renting out one of her rooms. I'm coming through.
Man, for real. We can figure that out. No, nah, come on. Because you end up spending so much money. Like you just want everything. Like it's a great experience. It's hard to even explain. It's just everything. It's music, you know, it's fashion, it's sneakers, of course. You get everything come out early at Complex Con. So
if you're able to get it though,
right.
You got to invest. You got to get that early pass. Otherwise,
I heard even that be a shit show.
I was just gonna say that we talked about that, Q. You can buy that if you want to, and the regular admission people gonna get you.
Even though I went through hell, I still did get the shoe. It wasn't in my size, but I still did get something. Okay, and definitely they could do better with organizing and making sure that people that had the early pass can truly, you know, not feel like they scammed, because by the time I got to the line, all the GR or general admission people were in already.
Oh
Nope.
wow.
Nope.
Yeah, that's my
So,
thing. If I pay extra money, you better make sure I get something that's equivalent to the money I spent.
Absolutely.
yeah.
But you can't do not go to Complex Con if you don't have an early pass though.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Killing it.
Complex, like a sneaker con, Complex Con, and Agenda should get together and combine to make that conference. It sounds like it
That
would be
would
the perfect
never
blend.
happen. That would
It would be the
never
perfect blend.
happen.
Everybody.
I
gets-
agree. I agree. But for
Because
me
imagine you could
personally,
get hotel sponsors and do like, hey, we're doing a 4-day thing. We want to get with the hotels, like
Mhm.
like almost like the movie film festivals and stuff, where you go away and they have these package deals where you can pay for the hotel and you get a weekend pass to go to every event. Like it would be nuts.
Mhm.
one thing,
Looking word with all the ideas.
you know what will actually be really dope, and then Ken will get into you real quick. Like forget all the Complex Con, the sneakers and all, sneaker cons and all that stuff like that.
Mhm.
If just like you said though, where if we all did something,
Right.
because we all talked to each other, we all built relationships with each other throughout at least 4 years now, at least
Mhm.
4 years. If we all did something together and we made it our own, it would be bigger than the sneaker con. It would be bigger than all the rest of them because we all go to this stuff. So if we did something, and it don't gotta be like every month, but if we did something once a year and we
Right.
did it at a certain location, if we made a neutral location that everybody would be able to come to and we did it, like that would be phenomenal.
Right. And that was my whole point. Because I'm like, we keep referring back to SneakerCon because that's our benchmark. That's kind of just innate is what we know.
Right.
But we can step outside of that because I think SneakerCon is the demographic that they appeal to is outside of people that are pure in heart with the culture.
Yeah.
So it's going to be important to, have a group of folks that actually want to kind of keep it pure and plan from there.
Because let's be funky, they I mean, if we all did an event, right, and it was outside of them, they would take a serious L compared to us because they eat off of us. Like, let's keep it funky, like they eat off of us. So if we all did something together, and we all did it together for us,
Right. For us,
whatever
by
like
us.
that, like.
So let's
It
put it out there.
crazy.
Let's get something going. Because like I said, if anybody remembers, I can't remember when I said it, but I talked with Hella. Me and Danny have been big on the breast cancer. I lost my grandmother to breast cancer. I lost my aunt more recently to breast cancer. We always do the walk. And I remember the last year we went, Fab was there with a Street Fam team, and he walked like the whole Central Park walk with a whole team of people. I'm like, imagine if all the sneakerheads, because we all, Breast Cancer Month, we're all posting pink sneakers. If we did an event based around, the breast cancer walk, and we did different walks every year, and just came together and even had we could have like a dinner where we honor, survivors and stuff, like, because if anybody knows, Nessa, was battling, breast cancer, Hella battled cancer. So like if we did like a dinner with like awards, like we could make it a whole weekend event thing and like plan
Yeah,
it,
we
get
wanted
the hotels.
to call it Sneakerheads for Cancer.
Right. But then, the whole pandemic happened. So I don't even know if there's going to be walks this year. But I mean, that would be a good reason, like around any, kind of fundraising type thing. So, I mean, I'm down. If anybody's down to put it in, like for real, we could get a group chat going and plan something, plan our own little event. Like I said, I'm down for like a barbecue weekend. I was saying a sneakerhead cruise where we really don't got to do no work. Get sneakerheads on a boat.
AQ, we put Jumpman Bostic on the grill. Oh my God.
Jumpman Bostic and OG sneakers on the grill, bro. Just get it.
Only if they wear the Dat sandals.
You know it. They both got a pair. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it.
With the socks. You gotta have the socks on there.
Man, JB gonna have on some PEs grilling. It's gonna be
we got a ton of people that know how to take damn good pictures.
Right.
So everything's gonna be
everything in place.
Everything's
nothing's easier. Yeah, nothing's easier than if you give people a weekend where they don't have to worry about anything. Like, imagine you could just go to a weekend and everything's paid for. Like, your flight's already paid, your hotel, you don't got to worry about meals because we're doing like breakfast, and dinner. Maybe got to worry about lunch. It's just simply planned. All you got to do is come, and all you need is money for spending.
Yeah, and then I mean, whatever city that we did it in or whatever too, as a neutral spot, like
Yeah.
God, you think about it, man. Like all of us going to these different boutiques in whatever city it is. I mean, we do this everywhere we go. Like if you think about it, we all were in DC.
Yeah.
Like all the small they were small. I'm not gonna call them small, but you know they were local, you know, boutiques that we all went to when we
Yep.
were in DC, and we all did it together. Like,
Yep.
you think they're not gonna appreciate that?
Me.
I think it's very possible. I think
I
it's
think
very possible.
I think so too. Ken, so I'm sorry. I know we've been talking and you chimed in a little bit, but Ken, you you've been getting busy, like you said, you know, you've done 3 different collections. Your Instagram is crazy right now. I think you almost hitting 100K right now.
Yeah, about a month or two off from that.
Yeah, you almost at 100K, and then you actually have been doing different pieces as far as like hoodies and different tees and stuff like that throughout the years. But now you have the website, like you said, and your team is now growing. You know, which I'm very I guess you could say I'm very proud of you, my brother. You know, for the things that you are doing, and that the team is growing. And I actually just bought his new release, which I think is dope. And I didn't even know your wife actually made the design, which you just spoke on. So
Right. So shout out to Juan Wilson, right? He did a custom for me recently, and this was supposed to coincide with the release. I haven't gotten my my personal tees in yet, so I'm just gonna pull this out real quick. I've worn these already. So he this is the logo my wife designed. This is on the tees. This is what we're pushing right now. He took the time to do the insole of both pairs and to throw it on the actual shoe.
Nice.
And that meant a lot because I didn't ask for that. Like the custom itself was what I asked for. The logos was extra. Like he went above and beyond to do extra. But it meant a lot because a lot of people that I talk to in the DMs, they reach out. If it's not about sneakers, it's about mental health. And me and Juan both talk about mental health, and not directly about mental health, just things that help strengthen your mind and just thinking positivity and pushing, right?
So
I say all that to say this. He knew what this particular logo meant to me because this changed everything. I knew this was it. Like literally, this was it. Because I have a lot of different things that I was trying to do, but this, I felt passion when I seen it. Like it lit a fire, and when something like that happens, you grab onto it, and that's what that logo did for me. So we originally did it on a website, one of the dropship websites. I advise people, if you're just starting off, yeah, do dropship. But if you can afford it, buy your own tees and get them pressed up, or go somewhere locally to get them pressed up. I was ripped off by a couple of like AliExpress. Pretty much they copied the logo and tried to do something different with it, right? But it was the exact same logo. I was upset for maybe about an hour, and then I called a family member who's the site that I'm on right now. This is a family member site. We're working together and we're doing everything in house. I was hurt, and then he's like, "You're on the right path. If they're willing to take your logo and your design and use it to make their own, you're on the right path. The more you see it being copied, just know you are doing what you're supposed to be doing." And keep it moving. And when I dropped this, I got I don't get a lot of public responses to a lot of the stuff I do. I get phone calls, I get text messages, I get DMs, I get emails, and I'm like, this would be great promotion if y'all like say this out there so more people.
Right.
But from the people that it's from, I understand why they're not doing it, because they know it's going to mean so much more to me doing it myself. their stature or whatever they're at in life, if they were to say things, they know it's like pushing a button is going to go. But they recognize before I could recognize me doing it myself is going to mean just that much. And I'm not doing it myself. It's my wife. It's my best friend. It's my cousin. It's my brother. Like it's a family thing that's pushing this right now. So yeah, I had to say that real quick.
No, most definitely. That's most definitely a fact. You know, like I was saying, when I saw the new design, which I just showed, I didn't hit Ken up. You know, I most definitely copped one because I thought the shirt was dope. You know, it wasn't because I know Ken. It was because I thought it was dope. Like, you know, whatever. I could have not known this man at all. And before I even copped, you know, this new shirt, you know, that he has done, like, I mean, Ken is, I mean, he's shown love to, I mean, we've known each other for years, but he's shown love to my brand when it was literally just me, you know, and that was eons ago, you know, whatever. And as time has gone on, you know, we've done bigger things. But I mean, from the startup, when Instagram just kicked off, like, you know, whatever, you know, like he's always shown love. He's done reposts, he's done different things or whatever like that. And he didn't have to do nothing, you know, whatever. And we've built a relationship, you know. So
one thing a lot of people don't understand is support is free. Like, share, word of mouth, support is free.
Yep.
You can purchase something on your own. That's fine too, but support is free. It means more to me. It means more putting the word out than it does just buying the product from somebody.
The whole Mature Kids episode about it.
It shows that you are invested into what that person is doing. And this is something that my wife had to teach me a few years back. Like, don't worry about if your friends are buying it. Are they talking about it?
Right.
Are they giving you feedback on what you're doing?
Right.
Are they emotionally invested enough into what you are doing to tell you, hey, that's not it, man? Or hey, you got it. Like,
right.
That's what you need to pay attention to, not if they're spending money on it, because maybe they don't have it right now.
Right.
Or maybe they do got it and they don't feel like your product is what it is, but they're not respecting you enough to say it.
Right.
So pay attention to that. And when she hit me with that, I was like, yeah, it's, for me, support is more valuable than your dollar. I get everybody wants to make money and all of that, but for me, support on that level means so much more because it shows you're invested in what I'm doing.
That's a fact.
Right.
That's most definitely a fact. So, like I said, once again, I mean, you know, I saw the shirt, I had to cop. I didn't tell Ken nothing. You know, I just showed him just like I did with Danny, like, hey, I copped the shirt. I love what you're doing, you know, and I want to see more. So most definitely, once again, this is the shirt that I copped, you know, and that's just the logo. If y'all see it, let me see if I can blow it up. Matter of fact,
I got the old version here.
Right there.
I have my new one in soon because funny thing, when we launched it, the day he was supposed to send my stuff out, we sold out of my size.
Wow.
So he had to go back and make more to be able to send me. Like, he's on his third reprint right now as far as like stocking orders, because originally we were only going to do a limited batch. Now this is what I did with the drop ship companies, and it came out cool. It's just not how we wanted it, and this sold well. This sold very well. I got the feedback that I wanted. It was like, yo, you could do it. Nah, I'm not staying with them. I'd rather go with family, because family is going to do it how we want to do it, and
Right.
Quality is so much better. I could say I can promise you that quality is so much better with what we got coming. My wife is texting me right now. She's cooking. We trying to keep the kids in bed. Like, I know you probably see me mouthing off and looking off, trying to make sure that my oldest is being the ringleader. We're keeping the other ones in check. But what was I getting ready to say? Yeah, as far as like a lot of the teas that I've done in the past, like I recently, I want to say about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, I put out an anniversary tea to celebrate 5 years on, not just 5 years on Instagram, but 5 years of doing what I've been doing as far as documenting the history of Jordan 1s. As of Monday, I've officially posted every Jordan 1 from 2001 to 2018.
Wow.
Every single pair. And I've given a date, description, when it came out, what was going on from 2001 to 2018, every pair. And my older logo was a mixture between the Chicago Bulls and the New York Knicks. And the only reason was because my favorite team, of course, Chicago Bulls, always been an MJ fan, but my favorite player is Carmelo. And I wanted him to go to the Bulls, but it didn't look like it was going to happen. He ended up going with the Knicks, and I was heartbroken, but it was like, you know what? I'm still rocking with you. No matter where you go, Melo, I'm rocking with you. And I was like, I wanted to show my support and represent at the same time, and that's why I came up with that particular logo 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I made this tee for everybody who's been down with me from that moment on, and they got some extra goodies for those who purchased this. So that was that. And I've always toyed around with logos, and it wasn't until my wife made that logo that, again, it stuck, because everything else that I was doing just wasn't it. Now, this I couldn't sell like I wanted to, because I'm too close to the brand to push it like I wanted to. Like, hey, just keep it real underground if you're gonna do what you're gonna do, because you could face legal action. Like, I'm not that big to face legal action, so I'll be all right. And I was like, yeah, you'll be all right, but then you won't get what you want to get. Yeah. And I'm like, all right. So I didn't put this on any sites. I didn't run any promotions or anything like that. I just kind of word of mouth. If you knew, you knew. And if you know, you know. And but again, like, a lot of the logos that I came up with just didn't stuck. Anything that my wife touched is like gold, apparently. and I just got to run with that.
I have a question for you.
Go for it.
Earlier, when you was giving the description of your song, you stated that your wife told you to choose one pair, and I wanted to know, why was it the Jordan 1 silhouette that you chose?
It's my favorite shoe. I love 4s. I love 13s, 5s, of course, but the Jordan 1 is timeless to me. And it was one of those shoes where, coming up, you didn't see a lot of people with them. Mm-hmm. But if you've seen somebody with a clean pair, you just knew that, okay, that person, he's gone. Right. So, like, imagine being in New York, you're like 12, 13, and you see somebody with a clean pair of 1985 metallics, non-cracked. Like, it does something to you. It's like, I've never seen those before. And it was a burgundy pair, 125th. For anybody who's from New York, that's a street in Harlem. I seen it. Like, dude had a Warriors coat on, gold chains. Like, he was on some old school shit. But it's in the 2000s. But he was clean though. Like, it still looked clean. Right. So, like, the jacket matched the metallic in the shoe. So it was like, what's homie on? You know what I mean? So, but when I seen that, my cousin who I was with at the time was like, yeah, you're not gonna get those in the store. Those will probably never come out. This is what 12. This is like, yeah, early 2000s. I've never seen that shoe again. I've only seen it on vintage collectors, kind of cracked and shipped and whatnot, but I've never seen a fully clean pair of burgundy metallic Jordan 1s. Yeah. I've spoken to people up there. They haven't touched that shoe. I don't know why. They've toyed around with other colors. They've never touched that shoe. And
I have another question for you.
Go ahead.
How do you feel, back, like, say, 2, 3, 4 years ago, Jordan 1s weren't the thing. Everybody, slept on Jordan 1s. All of a sudden, boom, overnight, Jordan 1 is the thing. So how do you feel now that everyone wants a Jordan 1s, and once you don't get them, depends on the colorway, it skyrockets to like astronomical numbers?
For a lot of people, it's just money, and I can't fault them on that. For other people, they're just now falling in love with the shoe, so I also can't fault them for that because, you know, you got newcomers to the game every day, so you can't be mad at somebody who's just now getting into it, finding their passion. Like, yeah, I've been sleeping on this shit. I'm up now. I can't get mad at that. But what I do get mad at is, well, I don't want to say mad. I get annoyed with getting pulled into a lot of sideshow conversations about it. Not purposely now, because this is what this is about. But when somebody will hit my DMs about a reseller who has 30 pairs of something that's about to come out, like I can't do nothing about that. I can't be upset that he has that connect because, hey, he got the money. He greased them pockets. He got that. That's what he got.
Right.
So I can't be mad at him for doing it. What I can be mad at is the opportunity that he took away from whoever is local to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's something else that I recently just talked about with resellers and bots. Like, everybody can't blame resellers and bots. Like, some of this is like, okay, you literally just didn't win. Like,
that's what I always said. I'm like, you can't be mad. Like, anybody on this chat could buy a bot. So at the end of the day, you can't be mad at somebody who did. I do like how you said, I do not like the people who get stuff early because, you know, if I'm just trying to cop for me or my family, you know, I'm not going to have the pockets to go pay a Foot Locker manager to get backdoor because I'm buying 30 pairs. So that's kind of an unfair advantage, whereas a bot, everybody has that advantage. You know, everybody has the ability to go to every store they can and, you know, do the footwork. But, you know, the people who are paying to get shoes early, we can't ever compete with them, really.
Because it's money. It's money and who you know. Like, 2016, I want to say around 2016 was like the last time I like truly sat there and really like complained. It was right before the bread release. Shout out to the Gov. He helped me get that pair secured because I was like, I can't miss this shoe. I missed Chicago's. I missed the UNC's. I was like, I cannot miss this shoe. I was just transitioning to civilian life. Like, I missed the Chicago's because I was in the field training. No Wi-Fi. By the time I got Wi-Fi, the shit was gone. And then my wife forgot all about it. So I was crushed. So fast forward a year later, it's like, what can I do to secure a pair? And this is where like Facebook groups and stuff like that came in. I didn't know shit about that. My group chat that I still have that's completely void of social media. We all met through a lot of Facebook groups, meetups and everything like that. They hit me to the game of Facebook groups and how you create your circles. It's all in who you know and you talk to these people. And a lot of these Facebook groups were employees, Nike employees, Adidas employees, Jordan employees. They're in these groups with a lot of these people. And they don't let you know that this is their job. And for good reason, of course. They don't want to get in trouble. They don't want none of that BS to get out there. But long story short, I was complaining hard. Like, I had thousands of tweets, an ample amount of posts on IG, like, yo, it's not fair, this, that, and the third. And I filled out every raffle that I could fill out. And before, you know, release day came, or release month, let me say it like that, I got hit up by somebody say, hey, we can help you out. It's going to cost you, though. And that's when I realized circles. People build these circles because they know these people. Like, all right, you can help me out, but who do you know?
Yep.
Who's the person you're getting it from? How can I know that this shoe is this? Oh, I know such and such. All right. So how much is going to cost? Well, it's going to be resale plus ship, and then another 100 on that. Can't really beat that for something you really want early. So when I seen that, that was the first and last time I've done that. Because after that, it was like I built my own circle. If I miss out, somebody in the circle is going to help out in whatever city they in, and I moved like that for a while. But when I seen that, it made me realize what people are doing and how people are going about. And this is before like I tried to dive into the psyche of resellers, because that's something I gave up for like 2 or 3 years, because it's frustrating to truly hear both sides. Like, yo, I'm doing this because it's easy money. And then the other person who doesn't understand why people are reselling or why sneakers have become just a commodity and not something that's truly there for passion, it's like it's a losing battle on both sides because they're not really wanting to explain to somebody who just wants the shoe. The common consumer, and the common consumer is not going to get, excuse my French, we allowed to curse here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the common consumer is not going to get too fucks about what this reseller is saying or why he's doing what he's doing.
Right.
Especially during now. Like now, stores have funneled a lot of their product online because it's easier to keep their numbers looking good so they can continue to get product. That's what these stores are doing now. Even if a store has the ability to open up, if it's easier for them to sell online, they're not opening back up. It's just, it is what it is right now. Because of that, people increasing their chances with bots, and then the resellers who are buying out got it. But that's not every city. That's not every town. That's not every Foot Locker champs or whatnot. It's just, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to go around in a complete circle or anything, but the whole resale thing is still mind-boggling to me because I grew up where people were buying 2 and 3 pairs and selling those 2 pairs to pay for that 1 pair they got.
Yep.
And they was keeping it moving. That was it. All right, I'm good.
That's where I started.
I got my fresh pair. I guess when it became I can make money off of this type of ordeal, and I don't even have to touch the product anymore. You see that you have the option to ship straight to GOAT or ship straight to one of these reseller apps directly from the app. It's like, why not? If this size 4 is going to go for $800 day of, why not? And I can't get mad at the person for doing that because the button is in the app. Do you want to ship this to GOAT or whatever? It's in the app. They're having partnerships with reseller brands now. So it's like, at the end of the day, we're looking at people who used to have love for the shoes, seeing that they can make a quick buck. The consumer who wanted to get the shoe that's going to pay those resale prices, because that's the other side of the coin. There's people willing to pay that price. Like, I ain't got time to deal with none of this. I'm just going to fork out. How much is it? Go ahead.
Right,
so like,
right.
We're at the end of the day, I tried not to jump into that. Like I said, I just went in the 5 different directions off of resale. I went in 5 different directions off of resale. And it's like, where does it end? Well, when we figure out the people who are not willing to pay them prices and that person sits with that stock for 2 or 3 weeks and realizing that it's not going nowhere, that's when it stops. Because then
I don't see that happening though.
No, because again, take the common consumer out of it. Let's put the people who have expendable money, right? The celebrities, the athletes that are not going to wait in line. They're going to pay that resale price because I don't want to miss out. Let me go ahead and grab that.
They sure are.
So yes, it's going to be there. But what I just said, as far as like letting that person hold stock, that's going to take out that new reseller. That's going to make them think twice. Like, damn, there are going to be some setbacks, or I can't sit on this. I got bills to pay.
Right.
So the other day, I was sorry to interrupt, but the other day I was in Nike outlet, and the Nike outlets now you have to wait in line to go inside. So it was like 30 minutes. I waited outside to go inside. See what.
And you waited?
Yeah, I waited. So it depends, because the weekends it's even worse. The weekends could be like an hour to 2 hour wait.
I went Sunday. That's why I was like, you waited?
Yeah, it was a weekday, so I only waited like 30 minutes, so it wasn't that bad. But anyway, there was this. I don't have anything against this, but anyway, this little white kid was in there with his phone out on sneakers on what was it? StockX. Yeah. Looking at the shoes, looking at each shoe and seeing how much it was on StockX, so he could buy it and resell it. So, like E1 was saying in the chat, like SneakerCon and these places, all they're doing is breeding more resellers because they don't care about the history like you do on your own page of the shoe. They just care about how much they can get for it.
Right.
And the true sneaker connoisseurs like us and people in the chat, we just care about the shoe and the history behind it.
So
But I mean,
y'all heard
that
of
can be with anything.
Yeller? Yeah, that is with anything. You've heard of Shoeseum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Mhm.
So
Purity.
originally he started off with going into these outlets and buying massive amounts of shoes and reselling them on eBay
Mhm.
until it grew and grew and grew and grew. So he's one of the first big time resellers that made it. Right?
People sell
But
their
he did-
collections to him.
Mhm.
Right. Now people are selling full collections. What are these consignment shops doing? Look at Cool Kicks. They go around to people and buy entire collections.
Yeah. What's the other ones on eBay? Douglas
Soul
got his
Supremacy.
picks from it. Yes.
Soul Supremacy.
So this model has been around for a while. What happened was a lot of people tried to adopt this model to new releases. How can I amass this big amount of stock and hold it till the price goes to where I need the price to go to? Because if you have a good abundance of a pair, you couldn't control the market.
Yep.
And I get why a lot of the NY resellers are the way they are, because I have family that resells up there too. Like that's life to them. Supreme, whatever that's life. Resellers' life is a real thing to a lot of them. So like I bring up Geller for one reason. That was the first reseller that I seen that not on celebrity status. The first reseller I seen on celebrity status was Benjamin Kicks.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he had the money.
Right. Mommy, let me borrow your credit card.
Yep.
Boom. And it was a real thing. That wasn't even like a diss to him. Like, nah. He really grabbed his mommy's credit card and did that. And he got the attention of, some celebrities. And that other point that I brought up, as far as they're not waiting to get something new or old, because they have the money to get it. And even outside of celebrities, doctors or people with good money that have expendable cash, they're not waiting. We're in a microwavable age where nobody wants to wait.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Because I need it now, not now, but right now.
Baby, I could have cried like a baby for pairs of shoes that I want, and pick up the phone and call somebody and get it, because it's the microwavable age and the access is there. I refuse to go that route. I like waiting closer to releases. I do.
Right.
I don't like having shit early because I get looked at funny, and I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, I think nowadays, because it's just like you said. I say that all the time. We live in a Uncle Ben's instant minute rice, era. That's what we live in. The facts. But I'm so from that era where there was no. Me and Q talk about all the time. There was no such thing as the terminology of a sneakerhead. You just. You would lie, you just like kicks. And I think it takes away, which they had to, from the Concord 11 release. But like the anticipation, of doing the camp out, doing your due diligence to figure out I need to be here at a certain time, certain place. I need to be, you talking about going with me so we can correlate. Like, you take a shift, I take a shift. We, all that type of like.
I was the one with the car in high school.
Yeah.
I hustled and got a car my sophomore year in high school.
Wow.
I'm 15 with a driver's permit. 16 got my license. I got my own whip. Wednesday, we out.
Yep.
We'll be back at lunch. We out.
We been talked about that. We talked about it a few times, Ken, on the show, where before it was Saturday, it was Wednesday. you know, whatever. And it was, I ain't, yo, you had the car. More blessings to you, my brother. I was on that Milwaukee Transit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I, you know, first thing in the morning, once leaving for school, it wasn't, you know, beeline to school. It was beeline to the mall. Sat outside the mall until they opened up at 10. And then, you know, and then we got the Jordans at 10 when they opened up at the mall. Put them on our feet, people. Put them on our feet in the store, in Foot Locker.
Store, put old pair in the box.
Yeah. And then
let me get them 4 for 20. Let me get the 4 for 20 white tees real quick. Let me get that too.
Galaxy.
And beeline straight to school so we can hurry up and get there before lunchtime, because once again
we stopping by Mickey D's to get some double cheeseburgers though, because it was only $1.
And went straight to school, man, so we could have them on our feet by lunchtime. And everybody knew, you know, if you wasn't at school, you know, that morning, and then you walked into the lunchroom, you know what time it was. Oh yeah, they went to, you know, they stopped at the mall.
Yep.
You know, whatever. That was life. But nowadays it's like, yo, you can literally be in second hour, like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally, why you taking a test?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's very much different. It's
crazy.
I hit on them Union 4s on my iPad on the side of the highway.
Wow.
See, and that's just I you know, times is different. You know, you got to evolve and all that, but I come from an era where like that makes you more appreciate getting something like this after snapping on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know, but it's nowadays it's like, yo, you literally can just, you know, you can just get on an app and you know, you can just grab. I appreciate it. I love it that I can be able to get on Goat, StockX, and different things like that if I don't hit on something, you know, whatever. And I'm patient. But everybody ain't patient. And I learned patience because I come from that era where it was like, yo, I gotta wait in line to get them joints.
I still remember. Oh, go ahead. I still remember getting shoes on discount.
All of this. Everybody here in every one of these squares has an appreciation for kicks because of everything we've been through to get them.
Mm-hmm.
It's different right now because everything is accessible. Like literally the click of a button, if you got the funds, you can get whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything you like.
Even if you can't get the one particular pair, you can get somebody to make it.
Yep.
I have a question for you.
Word?
I have a question for you. Well, how do you feel? What do you feel about the hate that Jordan 1 mids get? Like they don't get the love. Well, they didn't get the love like they used to. Like the OG highs did. So how do you feel about that?
I got 3 things to say, and I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible. The first thing I'm gonna say is Jordan loves mids. Jordan 1s are mids. His Chicagos that he wore,
We talked about that.
Were mids.
Yeah.
Most of the pairs that he wear now are mids.
Listen, you can't tell me them 2016 breads ain't mid.
I can.
You cannot convince me that them are not mid.
I can. Unless it's a girl size and it's cut a little bit different, I wouldn't know because I haven't come across any or many GS sizes, but I can.
Them things look like they close to mid to me. They don't look all that high.
That heel arch.
I'm talking about the actual cut.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I tell people all the time that the only remastered Jordan 1 to come out that was correct were the Storm Blues. Everything else, there was something off with it. But
still don't got those.
Yeah, me too.
I got those.
Yeah,
the second thing is a lot of people don't like mids because they came out in a plethora of colors and you know the materials weren't the same. But the reason why they brought mids back in the first place was because one, MJ returned to the court. This is 2001 where they created the Jordan 1 mid. 2001. MJ returned to the court. They made the silver anniversary joints, and they did that for MJ. That was their dedication to MJ. The mid-cut Jordan 1 was their dedication to MJ. And then now people are buying mids left and right because they like the colors. They're putting more attention into the materials that they're using. I fell out of love.
They got resale value on mids now. It's like what?
Right.
Yeah.
I have noticed that they've been putting a lot more effort into the mids. I still don't care for them, but it's been
the best mid the only mid I basically ever bought. This is the best mid I ever.
Favorite.
This is my favorite joint right here.
I'm a St. Patty's Day baby.
What is that, right?
I call these the Incredible Hawks, my G, but I don't know the name of what they of these or whatever. I call them the Incredible Hawks though. But
George Green's,
George Green,
George Green. I know that much. I don't remember the year particularly. I know it was around 2013, 2012.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can't tell like we talked about these
Black History Months.
Yeah, the Black History Months. This you can't tell me this isn't a mid. This, but I mean, it doesn't come in a Jordan 1 like an original Jordan 1 box. You know what I'm saying?
Black and red box.
Yeah, it comes in a
the black box with the gold Jumpman.
No, it comes in an all black box with a BHM on the top of it.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. But this is cut like a mid. But it doesn't say it doesn't say it that that it's a mid, but you can't.
Right. So unfortunately, what happens a lot is because they got different tooling for different years, a lot of pairs are going to be inconsistent with what they're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say retro high. It's not a high.
Yeah.
But
and that's what I'm saying with this.
UNC ones, I think, were genuinely highs.
Yeah.
I think those were genuinely highs.
This is not a high.
It is.
Yeah.
But see, I literally have a Jordan 1 from damn near every year, from 08 to now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done those comparisons. I've done the little height charts, especially when the remasters first started coming back out. I wanted to see what the differences were, and even with the 85 highs, like the 85 highs are completely different from everything else that they've been doing because the only thing they did with this was straighten that heel.
Yeah.
That was the biggest difference that they made with this shoe compared to what we're getting now. Outside of that, there's really not too many differences. I know people are they don't like the Jumpman. That's the main thing. A lot of people don't like the tongue because a lot of tongues on mids are not friendly to feet.
Yeah.
So where do you get this little leather Nike?
You won't see that again next year.
Yeah, that seemed to be a 2020 thing. They did that with them 2.0 fine greens as well.
And it's like last year they did the for the spring pairs, they had the SPs on it. They do a lot of things just for certain seasons, and that was one of the things that they did just for that.
You know what, Ken? I do got a question just to interject real quick. So the new thing this year is the Jordan 1 Zoom, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did they do? If you do know, if you don't know, I ain't bugging, but how did they even? Do you know how they even came up with this Zoom thing? I know it's the technology they put in it, but why and why are they getting into this whole Nike Zoom?
Comfort.
Just the comfort. Okay.
Yeah. They got a mid version coming very well. They unveiled it today. If you go to J23 apps Twitter feed or his Instagram page, you'll see the new version of the Zoom Comfort that's coming out. I've seen probably 8 or 9 of those. There's a bunch of colors coming. I think the first one they're doing is 3M. There's an all red one. There's a blue and black one, and then there's a slew of other colors that they got coming from Mint. Yeah, that's them right there.
Why didn't they put Zoom in the shoes that are actually uncomfortable? Well, I mean, I was thinking more like the 11s and 12s or something, but those are probably more iconic, right?
Well, I don't think they won't do it. It's a price thing for a lot of them. It's do we want to change a colorway? How do we want to introduce this? How are we going to get it past corporate? Those are literally the questions that they got to ask themselves before pushing. Oh, and if this is Jordan brand, is Nike going to approve this for us to use it?
True.
Mm-hmm. Does it make a difference that he wasn't?
Those are stiff.
Huh?
What
Those are really stiff.
12s are really stiff.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, does it perhaps make a difference with the ones because he wasn't a winner in ones, so people aren't emotionally attached enough to care that they're changing technology on that shoe, as opposed to like what I said, comparing it to an 11 or 12 where they're a little bit more iconic from a standpoint.
It's their baby, so they're gonna run tests on everything with the Jordan 1. They've literally anything that you've seen Nike done, they've done to a Jordan 1. From foam material to fly knit,
right?
Air.
But that's what I'm saying. They can do that because there's no emotional attachment to ones as it pertains to Michael Jordan as a legend. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a winner during that period. Yeah, he could jump. Yeah, he could score 63 points, but with no rings in sight. You know what I'm saying?
For them, it's their easiest model to deal with because they consistently make that more than any other model they have. So they'll test everything out on it because they can. And they got that approval already. MJ, like I said, MJ wears more mids than any other shoe besides the 11s and 11 lows. Like besides those, you'll catch them in mids or 11 lows or golf shoes. Those are like the three main Jordans that you can catch him in. Like when he was down here in Charleston, he had on mids. So
well, we
like,
couldn't tell because of those big ass baggy pants.
Yeah, I say mids go so well with them dad jeans.
Right. But you don't think there's no heartstring component to it. It has nothing to do with the fact that nobody cares enough.
Not the lab, just the lab. We're in the lab, grab a mid or grab whatever textiles we have. It's the easiest model for them to make right then and there to create samples or to test out materials. It's like
look how much they're remade by recon artists. Recon artists mainly do ones.
Shoe surgeons.
That's the easiest
shoe that he could teach with.
Yeah.
So like,
makes sense.
So next year, are they going to move?
Nobody making no custom 13.
Go from here to here?
Hell no.
Man, they can just stop putting that on the back. Period.
I don't like that.
I'm not a big fan of it.
Put that away. Put that away.
Rex said he ain't with it.
No, I can't stand that they put the Wings logo on the back. I'm not a fan of it at all.
They should put it back on the top where it was before, back up here.
Not at all. Period. Not at all. Period.
It's not needed. It's missed on the low.
Not necessary.
I just need a Nike Air right here.
If they don't do it on the high, why would you do it on the low? I understand like on the high, like like
that's the way the OGs came. That's the way the OGs came. That's the only reason they have it there.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, but it's just nobody likes it, so it's like
somebody like it because they keep getting sold out.
No, I mean, everything sells out right about now, especially because of the pandemic.
We blame the sold out and why we're not going to continue to get sneakers thanks to raffles.
Right.
Right.
So for the OGs,
yeah.
That's the only reason why they kept it there. Outside of that, they'd move it.
So those are like the SB1 lows that they have now. They put it up there, like my Navy pair, Eric Costins. Like those are fire where the wing logo is.
Okay.
But I have a question for you.
BX pair is. I can't stand that BX pair.
Let's do.
I have a question for you, Ken. Excluding the OG colorways, which Jordan 1 would you say is the best? Excluding all the OG colorways.
For me personally, or
personally, yes.
Oh,
well, you could give me both if you like.
For me, my favorite non-OG is a toss-up between the Lettermans because I love the way that color pops, And
Yo, that is a slept-on shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lettermans are literally one of my top 5 favorite Jordan 1s ever. Period.
And it went to the outlet. And it went to the outlet for no reason.
Sure did.
That was the first shoe that I got from Nike. Like,
I got those
discount.
shoes for $50 from somebody dumping their collection who was my size.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Wait, what pair was that?
Huh?
What pair was that?
The Letterman.
What pair? Oh, Letterman's. Oh,
While I was out here copping on the release, like, yes.
Yeah.
And the second pair, and it's just in sheer terms of what it did for notoriety to the Jordan 1 would have to be the shattered backboards. And I hate that shoe. But
Really?
what it did, yeah, I hate that shoe with a passion. I hate it.
Why?
Because it's everybody's benchmark. And rightfully so. I understand it, but it's literally people's benchmark. And it's like, to me, because I document everything and I sound like an elitist when I talk about the shoe because I don't like it. It's not the best to me. But it's only because
I feel like the Sail 1 was a better quality feel than the Shattered Backboard. Like, and I got the Sail 1 for like $75 before they skyrocketed.
Yes, that Sail 1 set the benchmark. Then they did the black pair.
These have good quality leather on it, and people slept on this shoe.
a lot of people ain't going to have this shoe, so it's kind of unfair to toss this in.
Oh, the Soulfly?
Yeah.
Hey, Ken just got real disrespectful, y'all. I want y'all to know that, right?
Yeah, he did.
Let me put my shoes away.
Yeah.
He just got mad disrespectful.
But it's only because of that one shoe. Like I have other shoes that I feel are way better than that, but yeah, no, Shattered Backboard in terms of what it did for everybody, giving a benchmark to quality. But I always tell people a lot of times when they come to me with that argument is, how do they feel on foot? I could care less with how they feel on hand. How do they feel on your feet?
Right.
Like,
I still think the UNCs are the best.
To any other shoe, like that's where you measure the quality of how how they feel, but that's a whole different thing. But yeah, I give that shoe its props as far as what it's done for the notoriety of the Jordan 1. Because after that, it wasn't a direct thing either. It was probably like a year or so later before it really hit people, where it's like, oh, this is it. 2016 comparison to the Breads, when the Breads didn't line up to the Shattered Backboards, everybody's like, okay, this is it. So
well,
I give them
so ones be trash.
GS got no love.
It's only a few that's not trash.
Yeah, that Cyber Monday was underrated. The Cyber Monday, I turned Cyber Mondays into Breads. And I think it's so.
I consistently buy a brand new pair of Cyber Monday ones since the year they came out, and I dog like that. That's an everydayer for me. I literally can, because first of all, it can go with anything,
right?
And then on top of that, you can literally, how people like wear like their Breads, their Chicago's, and be like, oh, it goes with anything, and the more you wear it, the more it looks better and all that. The Cyber Monday one, you can wear it every day for a whole year. I don't, but you can wear it for every day for a whole year. And the more you wear it, the better it looks. And it doesn't like get crazy on you, or whatever like that. The leather is nice on it. Well, once I'm done with that pair, I throw on the next one and I go a whole another year.
Another slept on is the Los Angeles ones.
I
know, a lot of people didn't have those, but that quality is amazing.
Them dropped in 2016 or something like that?
Yeah, they did the Los Angeles and the New York. The New York ones got no love. They were going under retail, but that Los Angeles pair sold out like immediately.
So funny story about that. The only reason a lot of people didn't like the New York pair was because the PSNY version wasn't the exact same as that. The only difference is the PSY on the tongue and then the red bottom.
Is that the 3M? Is that the 3M camo?
No. This one is the New York Knicks one. This
Oh,
one,
the Knicks.
2013.
Oh, that's a
yeah,
little different. Yeah, I didn't want to talk about. I've been trying to get the Knicks ones for about 4 years at every sneaker con. No luck.
So
this one.
we're like 80 pairs in the stash. There's not many that I did not get my hands on, but as far as like all the OG colorways, I made sure I didn't miss. There's not one OG colorway that has dropped that I missed.
I just need Chicago's and I'll be done.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all have it. Just give me Chicago.
So they're starting over. I know a lot of people haven't noticed this. I do a lot of leaks. I don't leak on my page at all. Like once it's been out there, I'll grab the information back and then post, but I never leak directly to my page. And the only reason I do that is because I don't like that attention. Those phone calls are not fun at all. Like, yo, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know we see you, right? So but I say that to say this. Yeah, they're starting over. A lot of things are changing. They were supposed to do something this year, but of course the pandemic hit, so everything slowed up. We're still getting releases, but we're not getting the releases that they really, really wanted to give us this year.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing glimpses of what they were trying to do. If any of y'all watch Nightwing from Wear Testers, who goes over a lot of the shoes, and you'll get that one pair and he's like, okay, see, they got it right. The what the fours or the top 3 fours or whatever you want to call them, they got it right.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that, like every spec of what you would want to see from the, 88, 89 original pair, they got it right. This is what people wanted to see on all 4s.
Okay.
This was supposed to be like a part of a new launch. They were supposed to do a truce to OG, but not like a real rebranding. They didn't want to throw it out there like the remasters. But this is something that they were trying to do as far as like retooling every pair to spec, like on point. Like we went back and really, really got it to spec. That's what the new beginnings were, the 85 highs. That's what the 3s are supposed to be. Like literally this year was supposed to be like, y'all asked for it, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then pandemic said,
Yeah.
Not doing it. Unfortunately, I just got the text that we might not be getting DBs this year either.
Wow.
Like they would have been announced it by now, I thought.
Yep.
Yeah, last one. Within the past 2 weeks, usually every year around this time, we get a leak of numbers of something.
Right.
Nothing.
I
Well,
mean,
think about it. If those kids are sick, you can't have them around a team of people.
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
So
I mean,
they
they
could
did some virtual thing though.
The charity is what is
Might
the
be
most
tough.
important thing about it. The charity night that they do for the DBs is what
You know, these people don't really care about that part, right? Why are we playing?
Some people, most people don't.
People should.
Yeah, no.
They should.
They just care that they care.
That's
It's
the main
like
thing I look forward to. 'Cause I love the charity night for one reason and one reason only. You get to see the alternatives to what they're not releasing.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Do you go?
that's
Do
the
you
only
go to
thing
the
I-
charity event?
Have I ever been?
Mhm.
No, I haven't been.
Okay.
I've gotten texts just to see, hey, this is what we about to do tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That's as far as it's gone.
Dope. Hey, well, man, I know it's already 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock for some of y'all on the East Coast. Let's go ahead and close it out. I want to first of all say I appreciate the mature kids coming to the building tonight.
And I love that name. I love that. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate the mature kids coming through tonight, which is Danny Word and Hella Laced, the creator.
Mature kid.
And
Our backbone. Our show wouldn't run without her. Mrs. List, Mrs. Slideshow, all of that.
Stephen
keep
A.
them in
Stephen A.
line.
Laced,
Right. We just show up and look pretty.
Miss Stephen A. Laced over there. You know what I'm saying? And then shout out the kid, man, Mr. Unloved Ones, man. If y'all haven't, make sure you guys check out his Instagram. He's almost hitting 100K. So make sure you guys check out his Instagram. Most definitely is dope. Been a supporter for many a years, vice versa. And make sure you guys check out his website, man. You know,
Geekonomics.com. Geekonomics.com. There's a lot of stuff there. My family member has a bunch of dope stuff on there. I have 2 tees on there. That's it. That's all I got on there. I only got 2 t-shirts on there. Eventually, I'm gonna add on some more stuff, but right now, like it's run through him, and he has a lot of dope stuff. So
yeah. So make sure you guys check out the website, man. Really dope. I can't wait to get my shirt in. Make sure that you guys check out Danny. What's the website again? I had it in the comment section.
ByDannyNicole.com.
ByDannyNicole.com, man. Make sure you guys check that out. Y'all saw the socks, man. Y'all see the packaging, man. Y'all know what the packaging looks like, right? So you be like,
She need to show the new shirts.
I'll be swinging through very soon.
Show them new shirts.
Also,
why you got the new shirts and you showing nothing?
Why you looking for them new shirts? You got
that's embroidered Nike right there. That's embroidered.
Oh, that's dope.
That's my size, though. You can't have it.
I have more.
You got some Laker colorways over there?
I'm still doing shirts. This is a purple one.
Oh, Purple Rain. Purple Rain.
Then I got the turquoise and the gray. So they'll be going up on the site. I still got more shirts that I'm working on.
I know you got a Danny. I know you got a tie-dye shirt to go with the ones, don't you?
Where that mature kid is drawn at.
A tie-dye one to go with the tie-dye ones.
Where is the mature kid? Yes, I do have one.
It's on the website. It's on the website.
It's not on the site yet.
Yeah.
Where?
Hey, but it's coming.
She's been meticulous. She's been experimenting. I got the heart one here. You want me to show that one?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's nice. Okay.
That's high. That's
I made this one to go with the Travis 270. This is on the site.
Okay.
I'll be working. I don't know where the mature kid's tie-dye is at right now.
That's how
it must be in the word.
Right. That's
I see it.
Make sure y'all check out our website, man, for sure. Danny, in the comment section. Make sure you put it in the comment section again if you can, please.
Okay.
So everybody can, go check it out. And make sure you guys check out Word Customs, man. Y'all know where to find her on Instagram. I mean, what else is there to say about Word Customs, man? I mean,
Right. Oh yeah, that one.
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice right there.
The mature kids Goonie logo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been on a hiatus on orders, trying to figure out finish up some stuff. I was supposed to get a surgery that got postponed, so I'm probably October. I think I'm gonna start taking orders again and get back into it full effect. But I got the sewing machine in. It's been sitting here for like 3 months. Once I get that sewing machine going, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I ain't gonna pick up a paintbrush no more. It's gonna be new things.
So you're starting taking orders in October?
Here you go. You got an order already. You got the friends and family in. You're the only person who could call me and be like, "Hey, but I got this one more."
This shoe just show up.
I got a shoe waiting, BX, so you gotta wait.
I mean, you said you had a wait list a while back, so
Exactly. Yeah, you sure did. Hey, and then when the show though, the show is every when? What time? Let the people know.
It's every other Sunday at 7 p.m. EST. On the off weeks, I was doing the sneaker battle, or sometimes we try to have our live with the mature kids, is where we pick like a single topic and just discuss it. So we're gonna try to we gotta get more consistent on our off week, because sometimes when you go a week off, people kind of miss you. But our actual show is this Sunday at 7 p.m. we'll put it out the topic, soon enough. We kind of keep the topic low key till it's closer to the date because we don't want to get jacked out here. So,
Right.
but there is a show this Sunday.
Sure.
Before we leave, I wanna share with y'all my grail. I take a lot of shots at this damn shoe.
Can you share with us your wife's candle business?
Right.
I'm going to DM y'all the link. I don't know if she's
Okay.
putting the candles up there right now, but I know the soaps, scrubs, and everything else is on the site right now.
Okay.
I will DM y'all tonight. I promise you. I promise
Okay.
you. Even if I just DM Word Customs and she gives y'all everything else.
Yeah, DMing one of us is DMing all of us. So
Literally,
you and
the link.
Literally.
The link. But I was gifted my Grail a year or so back. I want to say 2 years now. I was gifted my Grail from
wow.
Jordan Brand. Just dawned Black History Months.
Oh,
Wow. Look at the
Wow.
details on that.
I need better friends.
That looks like that's my size.
You guys.
That leather sock liner, boy.
Yeah, that's
that.
barely your size, Danny.
I got plenty of
I
stocks.
wanted to
fill
share
it.
that shoe. Once I got this shoe, that put me in a mind frame that if I miss out on anything, that's fine. I don't need it.
But
I have my Grail, so everything else that I've been getting after this is just icing on the cake.
Nice.
So
And then, matter of fact, I'll go and then we can close out real quick. On a side note, me and Ken go so far back. The Jordan store in Chicago, I got an RSVP to go to it, right? When they did the grand opening. And they were showing like heat. This is when they were actually Q can like this. This is they showed the
Pinnacle.
No, I'm not talking about that, but they showed the fours, the the Michigan color looking fours. They have the dopest leather on fours I ever seen in my life.
The done from above.
Yeah, the done from above
Yeah.
fours, right? So they were showing those before they came out.
Mm-hmm.
So they had those and a slew of other things. But one thing that they didn't actually come out with was these Pinnacle ones, and they were all blue jean, and they were already distressed and everything. And they were like everything that you guys see here more than likely is gonna come out, and they didn't have a release date on anything, not even a dunk from aboves. But they said everything was gonna come out. So I was so geeked about these Pinnacle blue jean ones. And we weren't really supposed to take pictures, to be honest with you. We weren't supposed to take pictures. And I was in there like Inspector Gadget, like, yo, this is crazy, bro. This is wild. Whatever, right? So while I was there, the only person I actually showed was Ken saw him or whatever like that, and so he reposted. He can whatever. So he posted whatever. He was like, "Yo, can I post this?" I was like, "You can do whatever you want to." My name is Bennett and I ain't in it. So that's how we actually really started a relationship, and that was, they've actually. Q, was the store still open? They just closed it, right?
I think they're repurposing it. I haven't been there since All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, so
But when I went there, the plan was for them to change it into more of an experience store. So,
but they've been talking about closing since right after All-Star, matter of fact. So
I asked when I went, and they said they were repurposing it. So
Our local Tier Zero store is gone. So
damn. But it's most definitely been that long, man. I very much appreciate the friendship, and the relationship that we have built. Man, and then Hello Lace, Word, Danny, most definitely I love y'all. Those my sisters, man. They get busy in the community. I see them at every sneaker con. Every sneaker con, I see them there. And they all three of them are always together. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's not Gladys Knight in the Pips.
Stop it.
They roll 3 deep, but Danny's the one with the lines on her.
Yeah. This is the Supremes right here, boy. They everywhere together.
Well, you will start to see them together. You hadn't been seeing them together.
No, I see them everywhere.
No, you haven't.
What do you mean I haven't seen them?
You'll see us when the sneakerhead clothing line Mature Kids present the annual something.
Oh, hey, now, when y'all see that now, that's gonna be going down.
Talk
Yeah.
to us now.
That's gonna be going down. All right. Now, but for real though, I appreciate everybody coming through tonight, man. Yo, this was, we said it was gonna be hilarious. We was gonna have a good time tonight, and we always have a good time. So I appreciate everybody coming through. I had a great time tonight, man. I mean, you know, it was eventful. We cracked a couple jokes. It was educational. You know, so I most definitely had a good time.
I have one question for Ken before we go.
Nah, hell
Oh,
no.
boy.
I knew you was gonna do that. I knew you was gonna do that. I was literally just about to say, and we kept BX to a bare minimum on questions, and then here you go before I came.
Over here on his
Here
feet.
you
and
go.
tracks.
Yo, you know he keeps it loose leaf.
Real quick. Go ahead.
How difficult are the biohacks going to be?
That's a good question. That's actually a good question.
It depends on your city.
Yeah.
It depends on your city. I tell everybody like this: all releases, as far as demand goes, depends on your city. If you know the people in your city, that's it.
Damn, I'm screwed because all my stores are closed.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Now, let me put that in another perspective. If your local stores are closed and everything is being funneled online,
I don't know what to tell you.
If you ain't got the flex points, because I haven't messed with.
Man, that thing is trash.
That flex is trash.
Yeah,
I caught more when you had to go check in physically than I do with this flex point stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about none of them apps. I'm sorry.
I deleted it.
Oh.
You
know what's
when
crazy?
we was filling out tickets.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what's crazy is I actually had to go to the mall earlier today, and man, Foot Locker was closed when I was in there, and so I walked in the lids and I was like, yo, like you know why Foot Locker closed over there? They said they got hit with the COVID, so they had to close.
Wow.
And so what I guess what they're doing is if they get hit with the COVID or whatever, they close down, but they only close down for a day, is what they told me, and then they reopen back up.
They realize
they have it deep cleaned or something like that. There's like a special cleaning process.
Okay.
So for most jobs, I don't know if this is like standard for anybody. When somebody is tested or come in contact with somebody, they got to tell all the people that they've been in contact with. Then they'll get called in, and those people got to take off. They're not going to close the entire store unless it's somebody who is in a critical area like the stock room, register, or whatever have you. If they're not just sales associates, then they're closing the entire damn store. And then they're going to make sure who needs to be tested is tested, and they'll go from there. Even my job does that now. Like, such and such got called out. He's been around this, that, and the third. You got to go home too. And
that's crazy.
That's how they moving.
That's crazy. So I mean, I thought that was pretty crazy when I saw that today. And I thought that if they closed down, they would be closed down a little bit longer than that. But I mean, that's just the life that we live in right now. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate y'all coming through tonight, man. We do this every Tuesday at night, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe, man. Make sure you guys hit that comment section. Let us know what you guys think about the show tonight and every show, and we're gonna keep doing it regardless.
Yep.
But you know what I'm saying? We love y'all. We love y'all coming through, man. This is once again, this is therapy. We do this every week. Even if it was nobody in here, we do this anyway, so we might as well just do it on YouTube.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'll let y'all hit y'all outros though. Q, you want to get started?
Yeah, so it's your girl Q the Queen. I enjoyed my ladies, the mature kids, Hello Word and Danny. It was fantastic. Mr. Unloved, it was a treat to kind of hear your insight on, your perspective on things, and BX with all your questions, man. Like she said we need to give you a 5-question limit. Now we might have to make an executive decision now. But anyway, so I've been on a sabbatical, so perhaps I'll be back sooner than later. So I do this, once or twice a year. So it's just important for me. So I'll be back and active sooner than later. And but I thank all of y'all for everything you do. So
Thank you.
Go ahead, B.
What's good? It's me, BX Rays on IG. Rep, thank you for bringing me on again. Q, it's good to have you back. The mature kids down here, I'll be texting y'all. And Mr. Unloved Ones, I have more questions, but I'll save them for the DM.
Pause. Hey, pause.
right.
I said questions.
Sometimes questions lead into other things.
Oh, I'm dead.
Hella. Steve,
I am
Stephen A.
Hella.
Lace.
Thank you for having us on the show tonight. You can find the Mature Kids every other Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
7.
Yeah, 7. Sorry.
7 p.m. EST. It's your favorite customizer word customs.
Oh, hold
In 2
on.
weeks
You
it will.
can find Hella Laced on Instagram too. See, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Lace.
Oh yeah. Yeah, your favorite customizer word customs. In 2 weeks it will be the Cowboys fan you love to hate. You already know football season's going down.
You know they're getting canceled. You know the NFL.
Man, look, they better play 2 games. Something. I better see a football. I better see a handoff. I don't care. We got new coach. We got new team. See, it's a ploy because Cowboys look Super Bowl ready now. They don't know.
It's a ploy. It's a ploy.
COVID is made up by the people who are against the Cowboys.
Oh my God, you sound just like an average Texan. Feel by saying that too.
Real talk now, but for real, you know what I'm saying? Like Hella said, check out our show every other Sunday, 7 p.m. EST. Try to catch me in Hella Live. We are still doing the raffles. We've done 4 rounds of raffles. I given away 2 switches, a pair of Japan Airs, and a pair of Laser ones. We still got some tie-dye ones, some AirPod Pros. I'm thinking about putting up a couple other shoes. I mean, right now it's 15 slots, $20. So check for my post for that if you want to enter. Shout out to Miss DMV Soul who won her Switch. She willed it. She willed it into existence. Posted everywhere she was gonna win, and she did. But yeah, thank you to Rep. He's always been holding me down, encouraging me, interviewing me at shows. Q the Queen, super supporter, loves the women doing things, and she's a super supporter. And BX, about to be my biggest customer. I mean, around about 15 customs. So I appreciate all of y'all.
I might have to do a Michigan one. Maybe I should do that.
I mean, yeah. Q was synonymous with Michigan. I live for you and Buck to go back and forth.
Right.
This is true.
Then
it's my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. It's me, Danny Nicole, aka Caramel Wonder on Instagram. I run the By Danny Nicole, or the owner of the By Danny Nicole Instagram page and the site bydannynicole.com. Shout out to Rep for having us on. I appreciate that. Q, I always love seeing your face. Shout out to BX with his loose leaf and pocket protector. Shout out to Mr. Unloved One. I love your page. I love the information that you bring to us. I love that you include the mental health awareness stuff on there, because that is definitely much needed, especially with what's going on now with COVID and people being on lockdown. Because not only do you have people dealing with losing us, losing loved ones, but you also have those people that are breaking down from being in isolation and not knowing how to handle this well. So definitely keep pushing out that content. I enjoy seeing that.
Don't be ending your outro with a dimple. Don't be doing Don't be doing that.
Yo.
You saw what she tried to do?
Oh man. It's Mr. Unloved Ones. You can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, or one of your favorite podcasts. I'm about to go on a podcast tour with many podcasts. But seriously, thank you for having me on. Thank you, ladies, for enlightening me with everything that y'all are doing. I knew that Word Customs did customs. I didn't know about the socks and the tie-dye and how deep you really have everything going. So, and I didn't know that y'all had your own show. So I'm going to be tuning in. So thank y'all for that. I'm always honored to be on anybody's show whenever I'm invited. So thank y'all for having me on tonight.
Very much appreciate y'all coming through tonight, man. And y'all know what it is. Like, once again, every Tuesday night, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. What's that, Danny?
That's the wife's website. We got
okay.
See how fast that work? He sent it to me and it's already up.
I got it. Okay.
Shirt, Rep. What's your shirt?
Yeah, so I was just about to get into that, man. So a few things we got coming out this week, which everybody on the show has seen it, whatever. But we got the new joint. Let me put it on here so y'all can see it or whatever. But we got the new release coming out this week, man.
Oh yeah, we need that.
Yeah, so
I gotta show my wife that. Make sure you send me a picture of that. I'm gonna show my wife.
Oh,
I got you.
I ain't even peep yet on the Iversons. Now that's about to go down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See what he did?
Yeah.
I like it.
With the bread toast.
I like it.
Yeah, bread toast, Air Max, and then put the put the Iversons on there, man.
Mm-hmm.
So on the SCL tip,
Yeah. For sure.
So that one actually comes out this Friday, 10 o'clock Central. So make sure you guys check out sneakerscolorline.com for that new release coming out this Friday. We will sell out, I promise y'all. So make sure that you guys, if you guys want that tee, make sure that you guys check us out on Friday. Because if you miss out, you miss out. Y'all know what it is, man. So
I want to know
people,
when I'm getting that hat.
if you let me let me finish up here, my brother.
Yeah, because he need a hat replacement.
No, you over here. This is the overflow of hats.
Yeah.
And then also
bum ass Giants hat.
Hey, and then we got the sneakerhead originals in white also as well. Which is coming out this Friday also as well. And then you guys have seen me wear the sample on a few different shows this month. So this actually is a collaboration with New Era. We got it all situated. So this actually will be coming out next week. So this
is
really
a fitted or a snapback?
It's a snapback.
Okay.
So it's one size fit all.
Congratulations.
Nah,
Yeah.
Bro.
That's big.
Yeah.
Put in that word with New Era. We need that perm hat.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fire. Yeah.
I appreciate it. We've been working on this one for a minute, so we got it done. This will come out next week. I know I told y'all I'll keep y'all updated on that, so that will come out next week. Make sure you guys check out us on Friday. And that's pretty much it, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. I'll see y'all next Tuesday. I wanted to get into it tonight, but we weren't able to. But who has the Heat season Q? 5, 4?
5.
It's 5? Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's season 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so season 5. So most definitely we can get into that next week. But they put the bracket out. I most definitely wanted to get into that so we could talk about that. So we can talk about that next week or whatever.
Yeah, you had 50-11 guests. When was you expecting to get into a bracket?
Hey, I mean, you get word, Danny. You get word, Danny Hella in here. Hey, you don't know where it's gonna go.
It's a party.
You don't know where it's
We
gonna
can
go.
get that pool going on how long Skip Wi-Fi gonna last.
Yeah, right.
Leave poor Skip alone.
Hey, matter of fact, because I'm pretty sure y'all all seen the bracket, and then we'll leave for real. But who do y'all actually think is going to get to the finals?
You got to go look again.
You know who is a sleeper? One Handsome V.
Yep, I was just gonna say. I think he's gonna take the whole thing.
You think he's gonna take the whole thing?
Because I think he has something like you got to remember. It's the questions. and I think he
Yeah.
got a little something for everything.
Yeah, that's a
But
fact.
what's the name? CJ. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, CJ.
That might be a battle for him.
Yeah.
No, I mean OG Sneakers is in this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's not for play.
I got
True.
what while y'all think about it, I got OG Sneakers versus 10.5 if I'm not mistaken. I think I said.
I'm gonna go OG Sneakers. I'm gonna go OG Sneakers and me and my kicks. If the audience is open to diversity in collection, me and my kicks should go for. Because he has a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
It's just me wanting the audience to be like that, Dan. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Well, my question is with their bracket. I feel like I can't remember what the bracket looked like season 4, but do they stay like so? I see, Sneaker, was it Sneaker Fady and Liu Kang? Like, is it the winner goes against the next person? Because I feel like they kind of mixed it up last time.
I think it's just gonna break down into the bracket how it is.
How it is? No. Okay.
Yeah.
So like Sneaker Lady and Liu Kang, they'll go, and then let's say Sneaker Lady wins, she'll go against whoever wins between 10.5 and CJ.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
It's a good bracket though.
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know a lot of these people on here, so
yeah, I don't know a few of these people on here. I think OG Sneakers most definitely will take his bracket. I think Handsome B will actually take his bracket.
Wife's hitting me up. Hey, I appreciate y'all for having me on. I gotta bounce.
Okay, Ken, see you later, bro.
Later.
I think when Handsome V will take his bracket, I think but his first round against Mickey though won't be nothing to play with. Because she ain't nothing to play with at all. I think 10.5 will take his bracket. Just off the basis of I know his collection and also as well, I only know CJ. So I know CJ is not gonna be an easy out. But the other two, I have no idea who they are at all.
Yeah, I don't know anybody in that bracket.
Me and my kicks, that's the only person I know in his bracket. So I honestly feel like he has a nice situation.
I mean, we gonna be pleasantly surprised. I hope, because not these people, and then for them to come on and just be blazing.
Yeah, I spoke to E-Money the other day. He told me that he wanted new people that weren't really known to be in this season.
Yeah.
But I did my research on all those participants already.
I bet you did.
Skip is gonna be upset if his Wi-Fi hang on.
Yeah, I don't know. It just started raining real hard for no reason. I don't know what happened.
No, she's talking about Skip. Skip go hard. She think.
Yeah, him is gonna be up to his Wi-Fi hang on.
Yeah. But I don't
him though. He don't. He mostly has Jordans though, right?
Yeah, no, I mean he has some runners and stuff
Skip
like
got
that.
some runners and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't see nobody messing with OG Sneakers in that bracket. I'm sorry.
Yeah, OG should take that one. Like out of both the one at the top and the person he's directly competing with.
Yeah,
I love you, Skip, but.
I don't look up who some of these people are.
That timer hit different. I don't know. Are they throwing a new curveball into the whole mix this season?
Well, E-Money said they're gonna have a show on Saturday that's gonna detail all the new rules and everything like that. So
okay. Yeah, so but I mean that's my I got OG Sneakers versus 10.5 in the finals.
Yeah, so that sounds like good. Or One Handsome V. So OG Sneakers or One Handsome V, definitely.
Yeah, because it will have to go between OG Sneakers and One Handsome V. So between that right there,
that might come down to the 7th question with them two.
Well,
might come down to the 10th question.
They in the same conference though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll come down.
They can come down to the last. They would be the battle of them two.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever wins between those two will go to the finals. So basically a Final Four situation.
Yeah, Final Four. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got. But yeah, I mean, we most definitely get into more of it.
You know that the closest to a perfect bracket wins $100.
Oh, for real?
But
so
the thing is,
you just gotta make sure you get the bracket to E-Money and I guess the IG page.
Yeah, then
before
who has the
the
heat?
battle before the 12th.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that.
you put it in to who has the heat. I think that's how it goes or whatever.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Who Has the Heat YouTube channel. They finally started the Who Has the Heat channel. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where it's gonna be on the season.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be this season. So
mm-hmm.
yeah, we most definitely we can get in more into that next week. Because obviously if they're gonna do the show Saturday, then we'll most definitely have something to talk about next Tuesday.
Or recap.
It's
Yep.
not till the 12th.
It starts on the 12th.
Right.
Yeah, the battle starts on the 12th. The new rules show is on Saturday.
Yeah, the new rules is they're gonna do this Saturday. So we'll have something to talk about on Tuesday. That's what I'm saying. So
I got you. Okay.
But yeah, y'all know what it is, man. We'll see y'all next Tuesday, man. Appreciate everybody coming through tonight. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope via Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll holler at y'all later, man.
Peace.
Later.
Bye.